what he said. Quince.
I know.
It'll be alright.
Yeah, I did what I did, and that's why.
Well, stop doing it. Think before you do anything or say anything.
I've been changed. It's too late for her to see it.
I put too much stress on myself. Now I can't tell if this self is fake. I ran away and blame myself. And now I can't seem to turn her my way. She say she busy, but got time to hit me up when they get late. It's not easy when you can't even get past a closed gate. I used to think of you like, man, they messed up cause you with me. And now I'm on the other side, hoping you would choose me. Even when it get woozy, I don't want you to lose me for the things I did. You wanted a movie, so I got us a movie. And the story me and you, titled True Love Is, yeah. I know you wanna see it through and what you got right now. But listen close, if you do, I gotta stop right now. We can't be friends, girl, I know we can't be friends. How I'm feeling, he ain't gon' like it when I talk like we ain't friends right now. He ain't gon' like it what I say to you or even wanna do to you. Girl, he ain't gon' like it if I came to you, cause friends ain't wanna prove to you. For the last time, I want you bad, I want you even through them bad times. Is this the last time? For the last time, I want you bad, I want you even through them bad times. The more you tell me you don't want me, you expose the truth. You can't leave me, I can't leave you like we close to glue. It's that gorilla, all we doing what we supposed to do. Girl, that nigga like you supposed to do. The more you tell me you don't want me, you expose the truth. You can't leave me, I can't leave you like we close to glue. It's that gorilla, all we doing what we supposed to do. Girl, that nigga like you supposed to do. I played it safe, okay, I played it weak. I did you dirty, so I can't pay for keeps. No wonder it's been hard trying to save you. They say that every dog has a day. I still I loved you and I mean it from the soul to you. Now you don't want you, I don't ever wanna go from you. Not trying to sit around and hope he gotta go from you. So I can be a friend, if I can be a man. I said I want you and I mean it from your toes to the road. I give my last if that would mean I do the most for you. I'll take you back 1,000 times, go through the walls for you. It's not this and we can't continue like we bros to you. I know you wanna see it through and what you got right now. But listen close, if you do, I gotta stop right now. We can't be friends, girl, I know we can't be friends. How I'm feeling, he ain't gon' like it when I talk like we ain't friends right now. He ain't gon' like it what I say to you or even wanna do to you. Girl, he ain't gon' like it if I came to you, cause friends ain't wanna prove to you. For the last time, I want you bad, I want you even through them bad times. Is this the last time? For the last time, I want you bad, I want you even through them bad times. The more you tell me you don't want me, you expose the truth. You can't leave me, I can't leave you like we close to glue. It's that gorilla, all we doing what we supposed to do. Girl, that nigga like you supposed to do. The more you tell me you don't want me, you expose the truth. You can't leave me, I can't leave you like we close to glue. It's that gorilla, all we doing what we supposed to do. Girl, that nigga like you supposed to
do. That's what he said. Quince.
I know.
Yep. Yeah, we in here. Where everybody at? Y'all know when them bells hit, you feel me? Hey,
Yo.
Why is it two of me in here?
I don't know. That's what I was saying.
That's
weird.
Man. What's good? What's going on with everybody? My bad for the technical difficulties.
Listen, we got people wanting to join. I don't even know how to share.
What I'm about to...
I don't know why it's doing that on my profile. That's weird because it's showing up on mine.
Is it on yours?
When I go to his page, it's showing this content. This content isn't available right now.
Yeah, that's
go
weird.
to damn, yeah, that weird. Click on his profile, see what happens.
Okay,
let me see. Cause now let me go log on to mine. Man, listen, I done had a crazy ass day, y'all. I ain't even gonna cap. Uh, I ain't even get behind.
I don't
I
even
know it's
have
on
his.
YouTube. I know for sure it's on YouTube and Twitch right now. Cause
Okay, hold on. Let me check.
I'm looking at Twitch
Sorry
right
for the
now.
difficulties, my peoples.
Yeah, man. I know. I see we got a viewer somewhere in there.
Hold on. Let me see.
Why the fuck? And I can't even log on my Facebook on my computer for some reason. Cause I don't know the password. That's why.
That's wild.
Bro, that's when you run too many pages, my dog. You feel me? I'm
Right.
running this
But
page.
let me go ahead and that was my newest song, Bad Timing. That's off my new project, my newest EP, Heartbreak Q2, that is coming soon. I stop having release dates when I'm finished with the project and finished with the cover, which is done. I just gotta put it all together. It's gonna be ready, and I'm will put it in for shipment on all platforms. So
My boy
look
said,
out
"You
for
gonna
that.
get it. You gonna get it."
So look out for that. If y'all rock with it,
Nah, that
play it over and over. I mean,
that
shit. That nigga
that joint
Eric
Absolutely. It
was
told me.
was.
definitely hard. It
That nigga
definitely
Eric
was
told me he
lit.
was playing it over and over. So
But I was at work. I was at work bopping to it like you feel me on my rounds. You know my little security rounds. Just bopping my head. They're like, bro, what you listening to? Like, man, I'm listening to my dog. You feel me? Like, coming soon. I can't let you listen to it because I ain't asked him yet. But you feel me? Like, it's coming soon.
nah, that's what's up though. I appreciate that,
It
Nah,
definitely
for
was a
sure.
vibe though, Quincy, for sure. I was feeling it.
I
I was
appreciate
I
it.
Yeah.
was I was listening to the replay after y'all stopped it because the words definitely was hitting.
Nah, the word is hit. Like, okay, so yeah, I'm live on my page on Facebook.
I
Right.
just
Um,
shared it.
okay, cool. All right, we got to share. We in here.
Yeah. Yeah.
You feel me?
We
We
in
We
here,
just
live.
man.
gonna build as we go. You know?
We live.
Man, we live, man. How everybody's night doing? How everybody's Sunday?
Sunday was a good day for me. My basically my mother-in-law got ordained to be an evangelist today. Her mother
Okay.
came in from
Okay, then.
Texas, so we got to meet her and we had some Sunday dinner and we just loved on each other. So it was an amazing Sunday for me.
It's
That's
always
what's
good to
up.
have some good Sunday dinner with family. You feel me?
Yes,
Like
yes,
always good, man. Like you can't beat that.
hmm And for
absolutely not.
people who don't know who our special guest is, introduce
Yeah.
yourself.
Okay, guys, my name is Sharon Jackson. I started a group called Heal Within Her. Um, and I started this group about 2 years ago when I started my healing journey after leaving a 17-year relationship and kind of just stepping into learning myself all over again. So, since I've been doing my healing journey, um, it's been a calling for me to help other people also begin to heal within themselves and become not just healed but whole. So I am helping people to step into their light. So
Okay.
we're living in truth now. We're not living by performance.
No, that's right.
No, that's dope. That's definitely dope. You need more people like yourself out here. You feel me? That's really empowering, and you feel me? Um, like you said, you opened up about your own self going through what you were going through. So I know a lot of females don't have a lot of people to relate to, and if they do have somebody to relate to, it's not the best, person to look up to. It. You feel me? There's not a lot of females that can look up to a lot of genuine role models. Like you think they might be good at it, but you feel me? Like once they get 2, 3 months down, you be like, dang, she did what? Like you feel me? So nah, definitely that's dope. I ain't gonna
Yeah,
cap.
and what you're speaking to is the mask that a lot of people wear. So
Yeah,
a lot of times people show up as authentic or real, and then the mask only can stay on for so long. It has to come off, right? Because you are exposed. You become exposed when people start doing certain things that trigger you or causes you to start to be who you really are.
Facts.
and you become exposed. So when you become exposed, that is the real you. So you're
Yeah.
speaking to the mask that a lot of people tend to wear.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, for real. Well,
You're right about
so
that.
I'm gonna let Quincy go ahead, Quincy. 'Cause I know you got some questions. I know you came ready. I'm over here doing like three different things, looking at the score as well. Cause we got some,
Oh
sports heads,
man.
in the chat. So they looking for us to get an update on the score. So I'm over here trying to do that. You feel me?
But before
Um,
we start, can I actually just pray over y'all? Can I pray over
yeah,
this? Because
definitely.
this is not I don't want us to play with what we're doing, because I actually think that what you guys are cultivating is needed.
Mhm.
And it needs to be heard. It needs to be prayed on, because this is a movement. We're not just here just to talk, but this is a movement not just for women but for men too. So I just want to
For real.
What what just happened, wrong?
Her- Somebody probably tried to call her.
Yeah,
She just got to
that's
get
why
her.
you that's why you got to use your non-active phone.
Yeah, do not disturb. Hey, I be just throwing this joint on do not disturb for real, for real. I ain't even gonna cap to you. I'm trying to get rid of this
I just use
other
my other
damn
phone.
box. Get rid of this other box.
I just use
All
my
of
other
that.
phone.
Hey, now that I see that we can have four people on one stage,
No,
I'm
we can have
wondering
up to
now.
10.
I see now. I never knew it, bro. I swear I've been thinking we can only have up to like three
Bro,
people at one time.
it shows you
That's
as
why
soon
I
as we
said what I
hit it.
said.
It
That's why I
shows you as soon as
said.
we hit it. So it's like, yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, this what is going on, bro? Yeah, this is crazy. This ain't never happened, bro. Like,
Right
why is it
on.
show? It's showing on my page, but when people on it, it's showing unavailable. That's weird, man. That's really weird. They don't these devices is on some weird mess, bro. We can't hear you, wrong.
Yeah, I'm
Okay, can you
about to
hear me
say.
now?
There
Yeah,
we go.
Okay, cool. All right, y'all ready?
Yeah, let's
yeah,
get
we
it.
ready.
All right. Heavenly Father, we thank you for this moment, this platform, and this opportunity to speak healing truth. Lord, I ask that every word spoken today be guided by your spirit and rooted in your love. Let this conversation reach the hearts that is needed most, whether it's one person or many. Father, we know that peace and true transformation come from you. So I surrender this through you, not my strength, but yours. Bless the listeners with clarity, with courage to heal, and with the hope to know that they are not alone. And may everything said today give you glory and lead us closer to your wholeness that you called us to be. In Jesus' name, amen.
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 Amen. Amen.
Yes, sir. I know it's gonna be a good one for
Man,
that one
right.
for
I know
sure.
it's gonna be a good one. Now we got some prayer. You feel
Because
me?
our heathen selves don't start off with prayer, so that's
Hey,
Nah, for
that's a,
real.
you always gotta bless what you're doing. You always gotta bless what you're
nah,
doing.
facts,
Nah,
facts,
that is
facts.
definitely facts. Cause my like I said, I grew up in the church like real heavy as a kid. Um, So my grandma to
Man,
this day, I call my grandma and we'll talk about regular life cooking, and then out of nowhere, the word go get slipped in, and she go
listen,
You
want to
know it.
every
pray. You feel
way,
me? So
every way.
You
you
know
gotta
it.
always, yeah, I love it. Like so, I ain't gonna lie, that definitely that hit right here. You feel me? Cause I would say that I be so busy that sometimes I don't pray until something bad is going happening in my life, and I need
Yes.
to change that for real, because that's not good for real to have. Like I'm only looking for you when something bad is going on in my life. So no,
And honestly, that's most times that's what we do. And that's not to shame you or anything. That's most people. Like I only call on God when I need him. When I need
yeah,
him to show up for me, that's when I do. But
nah,
you'll change that. You're gonna change that.
Yeah, I definitely gonna change that. Like I said,
Yeah.
I definitely gonna change. I woke up this morning and was like, I wasn't feeling good, but last night before I went to sleep, I had it in my mind I was gonna wake up and I was gonna hit my girl and be like, "Hey, let's go to church." You feel me? So when I woke up and wasn't feeling good, I was so like disappointed because I really had it in my heart to like I'm gonna go to church today for real. Like
Yeah.
You know what
so,
that
it
was?
was like, yeah, I felt real disappointed, man.
You know what that was?
Oh yeah, it was the devil for real working.
Yes, sir. That's why he was making
Yeah.
all these technical difficulties. He didn't want us to start.
That's
Yeah.
exactly what was happening. Like I got sick right before we got on here. That's why I was like, give me like 5 to 10 minutes, cause I've been sick all day. But I was like, I'm not about to let that stop what we've been doing every week. You feel me? We've
Yeah.
Nah,
been
for
doing
real.
this every Sunday, so I'm not about to be like, hey, bro, let's cancel it. I ain't feeling good. Like, nah, I'm gonna just make it do what it do. I got me some medicine. You feel me? Take me a little bit of cut water. I should be all right.
Not cut
You
water.
Not right. I was about to say not the cut water.
Hey,
Okay.
I definitely. Hey, I'm about to try this little espresso martini. I ain't never had it, man. Like,
That is not going
Hey,
to remove the sickness, but okay. I
it's
it
got
gonna
you.
might
it's gonna it's
mentally,
gonna
mentally, it
it's
might
gonna mask it
mentally.
for the night.
You're right. I'm like, that is not going to do the job, but okay.
Nah, for
Hey,
real.
hey, get how you get it how you got to get it to, you know what I mean, to get what you get done. You know what I mean. So hey, we here. That's all that
Nah, we
matters for
definitely
real.
here, man. This. I don't know if this game about to be a weird woozy game for real. For real. I feel like it's about to be. It's 6-3 is the score.
Yeah,
Six to
like I
three.
said, you know how you. I don't even got the game on my TV. I told you, as long if it ain't the Ravens, I don't care about watching that.
Hey, I looked at the
I'm
schedule and was
done.
like, oh, the Ravens ain't playing. We good.
Yeah, yeah, we
He ain't gonna
good.
leave us. He ain't gonna leave us.
Because
Can y'all
I was
still see me, or is it because now I feel like half of my screen is on there?
Nah, we see you.
we see
Okay.
you.
All right, cool.
Yeah, you on here.
Um, so I get to the first question, jump into it.
All right.
Okay, the first question would be breaking the stigma. Why are people still afraid to talk about mental health?
Um, so I'm gonna give you two different perspectives. The first one is that people even have to become aware of that it's an issue. A lot of us are so afraid to live in our truth because the truth is revealing. And I feel like a lot of times um it could be painful for you to walk in it. So we have been so conditioned to just perform, to put on this performance. And so when you're putting on performance, it's like you have to keep up with that. But when you live in your truth, you can just be. And a lot of times people just can't be because they're not comfortable within themselves.
Yeah,
So if you are performing, I can transform into whoever I want to be, whether it's for today or for tomorrow or for the hour. But when you are just be, sometimes people can't even accept who they are. So then a lot of times that come from them thinking people won't accept them at all.
yeah, that
And
makes
then I
sense.
was going to speak about men, and I know we'll get into like the men aspect, but a lot of men carry shame and guilt. And I feel like
Facts.
the reason for that is because a lot of men, and it's like we said, like that stigma is um men are conditioned to be strong and leaders and all of that, and you guys are not taught to show your emotion. So a lot of times when you do show your emotion, you're ashamed by it, or you feel like you're guilty for speaking up about how you feel because you feel like if I do, it's a sign of weakness. But what you guys need to understand is actually freeing. It's freeing to be very vocal about how you feel, and the person is not going to shame you for being expressive, because what you're doing is you're opening up a door for somebody to come in, and that person will want to help guide you, want to walk alongside you, not shame you for feeling the way that you feel. I think a lot of times when men do that, It is. It's feminine. It is. Right? And it's nothing wrong with that. Just like women have parts of being masculine. But I think that we have to create space for you guys. Like, not to shame you for feeling the way that you feel, but it's really being supported, making you guys feel seen. And I even go further with that, is that you guys need affirmation. You need confirmation that I'm, even if it's small things, like I'm making progress, I'm doing what's needed. And if you're getting confirmation, you feel heard, you feel loved. And I feel like a lot of men are missing that.
Nah,
Yeah.
I agree. I agree 100%. I mean, Quincy, I'll let you go first.
Yeah, I mean,
I
I
I didn't know
definitely
if you
agree
was
with
trying to
that.
talk or not. My bad, bro. I ain't want
Now
to
you
just throw
good.
it off on you like.
Now you good. Like I told her, I'm very comfortable with expressing myself now than I was,
Yeah.
I say, few months ago. I'm more comfortable with talking about my past and talking about my wrongful doings, my mistakes, and yeah, I don't. I of course I was married, and my marriage lasted for 5 years, maybe a little longer, but we are divorced now. And looking back, I know exactly what I did wrong, and where I went wrong at, and then it just went downhill from there. And it was like my action caused for her to react, and me being prideful, I didn't look at it like that. I just was looking at it like, why don't you just accept me for me, and not me changing who I am, even though I know and knew I needed to change some things, but I didn't want to change some things because I'm stuck in my prideful ways. Like, okay, why can't you just accept me for who I am? And who I am, I didn't even like, and that's the crazy part. So, um, I was, I was working, but I felt like I needed more. And when I felt like I needed more, I put myself in this sedated mindset where if I don't if I don't have it, then how can I provide for my family? And when I feel less than a man, how can I be around my kids and my wife like I am a man? So I sedated myself, smoking weed every hour on an hour, and was in my man cave and making music. Even after I got off work, I greet people, I greet the family, everything, and I go straight down there, and I'll be down there for hours. And I would occasionally go upstairs and check on the kids and check on her, but ultimately I'll be right back down there. And I know that was, like I said, another downfall that I should have caught, but everything happens for a reason. Um, because I didn't learn in that marriage what I know now. I learned from a previous relationship that you know I wasn't doing her right. Like, I'm thinking it's not me. You know what I'm saying? When really it was me, and I was healing and didn't know I was healing. I thought I was healed, and so I was still healing from my marriage, but I took it out on her. And when I took it out on her, I pushed her away. And when I pushed her away, I did things, I said things that I didn't mean. You know what I'm saying? And it was like a ricochet of from my marriage to my relationship. And it just was like I had an epiphany, like it's gotta be me. And I really didn't see it until I stopped smoking. And when I stopped smoking, I started realizing like looking back and seeing all that I did, my wrongs and everything else, I started seeing like, okay, yeah, it had to be me because when I was smoking, I was procrastinating. I would uh, be nonchalant about everything. I would keep everything in. If I had a problem, I would just keep it in until it blows up. And then that's when I'm who I don't want to be, which is somebody who will scream and yell and cause arguments. Because me being me, I've never liked arguing. You know,
Yeah,
me,
facts.
us having a conversation, us having a debate, but I never like arguing. When it starts, you start yelling, I would shut down or I would start yelling, either or. But I felt like this was never me, and I realized that after I stopped smoking, that it was me. Like it just was me. I can't say it enough that it was just me. Like I needed to get myself together. And like I said, I'm not afraid to express myself. If like I told my sister, if I start crying, I start crying. I'm not afraid to
Nah, I
cry in
remember we
front of
talked about
anybody.
it last night. I remember we was talking about it last night. Like,
Right.
nah, I definitely, yeah.
Because
Ain't no
I'm
shame
starting to hear
game.
it in my voice for real. So that's why
Yeah,
I'm
bro.
Well,
saying it
let
Let
it
it
like,
out,
out, bro.
brother.
Like I
you know what I
said.
mean?
But
Because like
so what I was just gonna say for you, Quincy, is that when we use like substance, we're numbing parts of ourselves that we don't want to surface. And so for you, weed was a way to suppress what you felt so that you didn't have to feel it. And then
exactly,
once you removed it out of your life, you started to feel again. And so those feelings resurface. And that's the thing that people don't realize. You can't run from those feelings. They are there. The only thing you can do is suppress it, but it's going to keep coming up until you deal with it.
and
So,
it boiled up to the point where
yeah.
I was crying for no reason type. You know what I'm saying? It
Yeah.
was a reason, but I was
It's a
crying for no
release.
reason.
Yeah.
And then I couldn't stop crying. And that was one thing that used to make me mad that once I start crying, I can't stop. It just tears just be flowing down. I'm like, bro,
Mhm.
okay. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm cool. Like, why are you still crying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But obviously I'm still not cool. It's a release and I need to
Yeah, it
continue to
is.
release it and just embrace the release. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I
Yeah.
mean by I don't I don't mind expressing myself when it comes to mental health because I know what I've been through and I know what I did. And so I'm not afraid to express it. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah. It's so beautiful
um
to see that.
Nah, facts.
uh
Yeah, no, it's definitely beautiful. I ain't gonna lie, I went to therapy recently with the relationship I'm in
Okay,
now.
therapist.
Yeah,
Yes.
no
we
that's
went to
Okay.
relationship therapy. You feel me?
Yes.
no that's
Um,
what's up.
and the things that we learned in the relationship therapy, I felt like it helped us better. We ain't completed all the way because of other reasons, but we did it to a point where now I feel like our relationship is better. We can
Absolutely.
communicate, you feel me, better. Certain things, there is still little things, but other than that, like for the most part, it helped. You feel me? The exercises, he gave us to do and things like that. Like what you were talking about, people don't get the gratification and like we don't hear you're doing good. We don't
Yeah.
hear keep going. We don't hear that a lot as men. So
Mhm.
Nah,
when we went to relationship therapy, that's what he had as an exercise for us to do was find things that aren't, give compliments throughout the week. Just tell a
Yeah.
person like, "Hey, I appreciate you," even
Mhm.
if it was cooking dinner. Hey, I appreciate you. You cook dinner. Hey, I appreciate you for folding the laundry. I appreciate you just to let that person know they're being appreciated and wanted and loved. You feel me? Because like you said, we don't hear that as men. We just
Yeah.
wake up like we robots and we automatically think all we supposed to do is work, eat, sleep, shit, and that's
Yeah.
it. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like
It's
and
almost
don't
like an
cry and don't
expectation.
express
exactly, and
yourself.
don't
Keep
cry.
all your feelings
Yeah.
Yeah.
in.
Yeah.
So
And what
no,
you're
I
speaking to
definitely
is
agree.
expectations because I feel like there's an expectation for how a man is supposed to be. But what we are missing is the part that a man still need to be vulnerable. He needs still to
Yeah.
be open and he need to be honest with himself, not only just with his family, but with himself and where he's at. And if we're not creating the space for you guys to do that, then it is still going to be men out there who don't know how to speak their truth. They don't know how to
Nah.
live in it, and they're going to
That,
shame themselves for not for not even wanting to do it because it's like if I do this, I don't know what's going to happen. A lot of times men don't say stuff because they like if I say this, then she going to blow up. She ain't
yeah.
going to know how to
Nah.
take it.
That's 100%. And that's how I felt on my last relationship. Like I was walking on eggshells. Like if
Yeah.
I say the wrong thing, she might smash, she might kick
Yeah.
me out. You feel me? At that point in my life, I wasn't how I am now where I'm financially good. So in
Yeah.
that relationship, she was the breadwinner. You feel me? It wasn't
Yeah.
no 50-50. So I really walked on eggshell because one, I'm not working like I should be
Yeah.
as a
Yeah,
man.
listen.
So I already feel down because I'm not working as a man like I should be.
Yeah.
And that's why I said going into this new relationship, it's a breath of fresh air because I have the love I get from her, I have never got from any female I ever been with. You feel me? So it's the always checking on me. You feel me? Even if we get in an argument, we might let time pass for a little bit, but we gonna send a text and be like, hey, let's talk about it. You feel me? Or
Yeah.
I apologize. Or you feel me? Just be the bigger person and admit, what was wrong at the moment of time. But like I said, in my last relationship, I felt like I couldn't do that. And that's what blew the relationship up because we was both holding things in. You feel me? She was probably holding in that she ain't like, taking care of everything. I'm holding in little things that I'm seeing and things going on. So with everybody just holding things in, it just got to a point where we blew it up and it was just no coming back, from it. But like I said, I felt like it was perfect. The last relationship ended how it did. Like I said, I found somebody that can actually love and show me what real love is. So it make you be like,
Nah,
damn.
facts. Now,
You
I
feel me?
wanna I
Like,
wanna touch I wanna touch on that for real.
yeah.
Um, and since you said that, because like I said, I didn't know what real genuine love was until I got into my relationship, and I didn't know how to receive it. And when I
Right.
received it, it was, is this like what is this feeling?
It's
You know what I'm saying?
foreign.
Like
It's a foreign
is
feeling.
I don't know what to do with it. Do
Hmm.
I, you know what I'm saying? Because I come from a marriage where I was needed, you know what I mean? And I'm in a relationship where I'm not. And it was like you said, foreign. Like which you need some help? No, I'm cool. Oh, you need me? No, I'm cool. Well, dang, what I'm here for? And so it's
Yeah.
Right.
like it's she just wanted me. You know what I'm saying? Not
Mm-hmm.
me to do nothing for her, because she just wanted me, and I didn't receive that. And when I did, I pushed her away because of it. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
So that was that was a hard pill to swallow because of the fact that she kept replaying what I did and what I said to her. And
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, dang. So I like really was treating you that bad? Like
Yeah.
she, you know what I mean? Take
And
me around her
sometimes we don't
family.
even notice it. Like you said, it's not intentional. You just not
Right,
used to it. So it was foreign.
right,
You feel
Yeah.
me?
right. She'd take me around her
So
family. And let me finish. She'd take me around her family. And, she told me I was just on my phone, not really being, you know what I'm saying, talking to her family and everything. For me, I felt like I was, but at the same time, I can't look outside of my body. So her family was telling me that, like, dang, he must not like you. And I'm like damn, like they feel like that. And like I said, it makes me feel, it made me think and made me sit into myself and like, dang, so I need to change some things because this is not right. I'm a people person. So why am I going around people and they seeing this person who I'm not? You know what I'm saying? Like it.
Yeah.
So I definitely was. It was an eye opener, and I had to hurt. I had to sit in my hurt.
Yeah.
I had to sit in my hurt, even though it was hard for me to sit in my hurt. I'm telling you, I'm going crazy in my mind, my head, and I had to I had to release it. And one of the ways I had to release it was music, and that's what that song came about, because I had to release how how I felt and what I did,
Right.
because it wasn't right. And so what this that's what I mean by this project, this EP, Heartbreak Q2. Heartbreak it's a what's the word I'm looking for? It's a um, a growth project. You know what I'm saying? You can definitely hear the difference between the first one and this one. The first one was a combination of was literally about my marriage. You know what I mean? What I did wrong in my marriage, what I wanted to do right in my marriage, who I you know what I'm saying, who I still wanted to be in my marriage. And then the second one is based off of what I did in my relationship because of what I what I needed to change. You know what I'm saying? Because the first project wasn't me ultimately changing, but the second one is change that I grew. You know what I'm saying? And you can definitely hear the difference.
So
Nah,
if I
fact.
can just touch on just what you spoke to, um, one, a lot of us have not been shown what healthy relationships look like. So when we get into relationships, we think that if we have control or we do certain things to please people, that that is what a relationship is supposed to be, and it's not. A lot of us are so um how can I say this? We are so used to what's familiar to us that when something does come into our lives and it feels too good to be true, we actually reject it because we don't recognize that this is actually good for us because we're so used to chaos. So when you get something in your face that doesn't look familiar to you, you like, no, I'm not used to this type of love. And a lot of times, too, is that you feel like this is too much, like it's too much. I can't do this because what it's asking you to do is grow. And some of us
Yeah,
are not there yet. It's
Nah,
asking up to show up different than we was before in that previous relationship. And
facts.
um a lot of us truly don't know who we are. A lot of us do not
Facts.
know who we are.
I'm still
So
learning. I'm still learning.
you cannot give something to someone that you can't even give to yourself. That's impossible. If I
And
don't know
Yeah,
how to love myself within, I can't give you love because only thing that's going to show up is performance. I got to perform for this because that's what I've been conditioned to do. If you start to change how you're showing up and you start to give yourself things that you haven't gave yourself before, which is what you're experiencing now, Quincy, is sitting in that pain, because that's what has you have to sit in it. You have, and we run from it because it's so painful.
mhm,
It's so painful, but it's teaching you so many lessons about yourself that you have numbed. So these are not things that just wasn't there, they've been there, you just numbed them. So
yeah,
now when they start to resurface in a relationship that is too good, that's why we reject it, because those feelings start to resurface, because it's like whatever you told yourself to be true within yourself, that you believed about yourself, whether you saying I'm not good enough, um I'm not worthy of her, like I can't be the man that she wants me to be, all of those things start to resurface in that new relationship, whatever
right.
you told yourself. So now when you sit in it and you allow those feelings to suppress, and this is a lot to do with men too, because um y'all always say, nah, it's all right, it's I'm good, but you really don't be good.
Yeah,
we
right, right.
cool.
Yeah,
Hmm.
We
like I'm
cool,
cool, I'm
right?
good,
That's a
like
definite
but
mask.
you, yeah, like
Nah,
it's
for real.
not true, it's not true. And when you begin to name how you feel, that's when you can actually feel it. You got to put a name to it. Are you angry, mad, hurt, sad? What is it?
Mhm.
Like
Right,
you got to name it. Then
right.
once you name it, you can actually sit in it. Once you sit in it, it literally, it's like it's like releasing out of your body. It has to go through your whole body in order for it to come out. Once it comes out, you can sit in something else. Name something else that you feel. It's just like a repeat thing that you have to go through in order to release it. And like I said,
Hmm.
whatever you told yourself to be true, that's not true. You got to sit in that too. Because nobody ever told you that you wasn't worthy of love. Nobody ever told you that you had to suppress your feelings for you to be classified as a man. Nobody ever said that.
Yeah, no,
That's
nobody
what
ever
you
said that.
learned.
It's just what I grew up to think
Yeah.
that was true. You know,
Right.
I'm around plenty of men. You know, uncles, dads, role models. Like I'm looking at them, and they all hard. You know, I've never seen any of my uncles cry. You know what I'm saying? Never seen any of my people, as far as men who I've been around, express themselves in a way where even when we talking about our significant other, it's in a hard way. It's not in a
Yeah.
soft way. It's
A
like,
loving
man,
way. Yeah.
right, like, man, man, she tripping, man. I don't know what she
No
talking
Yeah.
about, man.
facts.
I'm just doing me. You know what I'm saying? She say she love me. Well, just love me then. She fell in love with me. Well, then fall in love with me. Don't try to change me. Knowing, not knowing in the back of our heads that we need that change.
Yep.
Right. We need to
It's
Yep.
grow up.
we
Yep.
need that
It
change.
is.
If you fighting,
And
if you keep fighting the change, and like you keep saying, like, if you keep fighting that change you need, you're going to push that person you really want away, and you going to
Literally.
sit there and really wonder, like, bruh, she just tripping. Like, I ain't did nothing. All I do is work, come home,
Yeah.
I take her out, I do this, but it's more to it.
It's
It got
definitely
to be
more
more
to
to it,
it.
because
Yes.
there's plenty of relationships where both is well off, but they still in turmoil because of the man not expressing himself to that woman, because he think he's supposed to be hard. Like, he can't
Yeah.
sit down, and they think it's like the whole pillow talk thing. Pillow talk is basically you, both of y'all being vulnerable. It's not a bad thing to
Yep.
pillow talk. The pillow talk, it becomes bad when you start gossiping about other people. I know that's what they mean about pillow talk, but pillow talk literally is supposed to be a good thing for you and your partner, because that's y'all sanctuary. That's when
Yeah.
y'all cool, y'all had y'all day, y'all around people, y'all was probably stressed. And when, as soon as you hit that bed,
that's that
everything is
pillow talk.
released.
Yeah,
Right,
you can
Yeah.
talk
everything
about your
released.
day.
How
Yeah.
was your day? All right, my day was, man, I had a long day. This girl stressed me out, or my boss stressed me out, and really express it. Don't just say what the surface is. Like I said, my boss stressed me out. Build it in detail. Okay, I did
Right.
this and I did that and I did this, and when she did me like that, but really express it in a way you're not trying to be hard. Be soft to your woman,
Yeah.
because at the end of the day, that's your woman, and you got to be soft to her. Not, and like I said, I didn't realize that. I thought I had to be hard for my woman. If she's soft, let me be hard.
Nah,
And
for
you know what I'm
real.
saying. And so that messed me up. And
I'm about to say we got a comment, emotional potential.
Well,
And
actually,
seeing
it's
it grow.
called emotional intelligence because you have to be in tune with what you're feeling. And again, you have to, and it's levels to everything, right? So when you are emotional intelligence is learning to not just be able to know your emotions, but also your partner's emotions too. I was just want to give an analogy. So say y'all went to y'all, y'all so excited and y'all going to go build a house, a brand new house. Well, the builder is digging out some dirt and they are laying the bricks, but now there's no they're not adding any concrete to these bricks. They're just stacking them on top of each other. Your
mm-hmm,
foundation have to be solid. So without the
Hmm.
concrete that's going to keep it stable, it's going to fall. So what I'm saying is if you're not stable within yourself, if you don't have that foundation for yourself, that relationship is going to crumble. Do you hear me? There is not anything that can be sustained in a relationship if the foundation is not solid. A lot
no
of us
matter
are
what you do.
building foundations on
Facts.
unstable ground. We're not stable enough to even be in relationships because we don't even know who we are. So you can't go and be like, oh, I don't want to be with her because she wasn't good for me. Then you go to the next person. I want to be with her because she wasn't good for me. And you just keep doing that because then you don't realize
Relationship,
that your
relationship.
foundation is
Right.
unstable. It's unstable.
And to
There is no
always say it's
way.
because they was trying
And
to
we
change them. They was
Yeah, and
all
we
that's
start,
what
and
Yes.
like I said,
it is.
Yes.
we start blaming them for
And you
them
like, man, you
wanting to
was trying
change
to
us.
change me, bro. I ain't
Right.
like that, man. Why couldn't
But
you
Yeah.
be me?
it's so crazy because we forget that women see what we don't. So when
Nah,
they
for
see
real.
when they
We
see
come from
something
a
in
woman
us,
at the end of the day.
right? When
Like,
they
you feel
see
me?
something that we don't, it's like Strom said, it's foreign. So we reject it ASAP. Like, what do you mean? What do you mean?
Man.
If I like analogy, another analogy, if I like going out every weekend, and you say, well, babe, I feel like we need to, you know what I'm saying? You need to change going out every weekend. Like, make, do something, like go out once a month. And you like, once a month? What do you mean? And we reject that. Like, what do you mean once a month? I'm kicking it with my peoples. I like to drink. I like to be around people. Why can't I go out every weekend? And she's
Yeah.
trying to get you to change because it's more that she's missing from you because you go out every weekend.
Nah,
Maybe you
facts.
need to, maybe she's saying go out once a week because she wants y'all to spend that time. You know what I'm saying? She
Facts.
wants y'all to spend that time with the family, the kids, her. I mean, just being productive. Like it's more to
It's
do
more than
other
going
than
out
just
every
going
weekend.
out.
Like,
Right. So
yeah.
it's crazy how we have to, like Sharon said, sit in our pain to actually get it because a lot of dudes who who do don't know how to sit in their pain, they they go off. You know what I'm saying? They go binge drinking, they go
Mm-hmm.
binge smoking, they go binge having sex, like just female to female, just trying to mask that pain instead of just sitting in it. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And that's what I'm not that person. So I was feeling like I was going crazy because I was sitting in something I didn't know I had to sit in. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, okay, why am I feeling like this? I'm pacing in my room, like, bruh, why am I pacing? Like I need to release this. I can't just make music because I'm sitting down. I need to have another outlet. And so I had to I had to think what other outlet that I can do, and it was walking. So every morning I go for an hour walk, and it helps me think, it helps me clear my head, and it helps me even process the stuff I forgot to even do in my past that I should have been doing in my past. Like you know what I'm saying? I'm 37. I should have been doing this 10 years ago, sitting in my
Yeah.
pain before I even got in my marriage. You know what I'm saying? Like it was relationships that that like I said wanted to change me, and I'm like, why are you changing me? Not knowing that they were seeing something in me, and
Yeah.
so I will push them away, or eventually it just will fade away. You know what I'm saying? A relationship. So I'm like, bro, this is crazy, and I was so confident that it wasn't me that I didn't change. Like, man, I'm me. Like I'm happy. I'm funny. Like, why wouldn't you choose me?
Nah,
But knowing
facts.
that it's the inner
Yes. Yes.
that I needed to
Yes.
change. It was the inner, like my inner was messed up, and it wasn't because of my relationships fully. It was my upbringing, but then my upbringing referred to my relationships, and then my relationships referred.
It
It
just
just
all intertangled with each
It's a
other.
yep, it's a
Yeah.
mirror. It's a mirror. So what's happening is that when we get in relationships, we feel like the beginning stage is always that honeymoon stage, right? Everything is glitz and glamours. Y'all want to see each other all the time. And then
Mm-hmm.
once it wears off, that's when the real starts to be exposed. Once it wears off, that is literally who you are. Like after that 4 to 6 months, you really get to meet that person.
yeah.
Once you meet that
Yeah.
person, what happens is because we in the honeymoon stage, it's a desire. Like I want to be with you. You know, I like
Right.
how where this is going. Then when you get out of that desire, it becomes capacity.
You start expressing yourself. It's like
Yes, it's
you start
capacity.
seeing the irritating person. You start seeing
Yes,
them
it's
last
Yeah.
child. You start seeing them say certain things that they ain't say in the beginning. It's like, bro,
yeah.
hold on, where is this person at?
Yeah, and so when you're meet
Facts.
with capacity, capacity either is going to allow you to stay where you are or it's going to stretch you. That's what happens. So it's either saying, I'm not going to change. This is who I am. Most times people say, this is who I am because they don't
Mm-hmm.
want to change. They don't want to see the growth because they know
That's
what it's going to
definitely
have to
facts.
take. It takes work. It takes work. It takes a lot of work to be stretched because now
Oh, don't do this. Don't do
Right.
this.
Oh man. They
Don't
done
do
got it.
this.
They trying to do us dirty in the middle.
Right, right. Don't do this. Come on now.
Man.
She was spitting facts, man. Come on. We need this.
Spitting facts.
Come on now. Come on.
okay, can you hear me now?
Yep.
Yeah, there you go.
Yep, we can hear you.
You in here.
Oh, now you froze. God, man, what is going on?
Can you guys hear
Boy, that
me?
devil. Yeah, yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
We can
You
hear
can't
you
hear
though.
us?
You can't hear us? Let me see if we remove her from the stage and add her back. She she gonna figure this out, man. we definitely, man. Look, it's the devil working. It's getting, you feel me? He definitely
She
working.
was breaking down some walls, bro. I'm telling you, she was
Yeah,
breaking down some
man. I
walls.
felt it. I felt it, bro.
We yeah
I'm over
yeah.
here getting a little teary eyed in my eye right now. Cause you feel me? Why we try to get her back in? Oh, there she
Okay,
There
go.
I'm
she go.
sorry. Dang, kids would call your phone until they can't call no more. Like,
Oh yeah, we
yeah,
I
I
definitely
even
know
got
how
my
that
phone
is.
on do not disturb, and I'm still being disturbed. I don't even know how that works. It ain't
Yeah,
sending
that's
this
crazy.
child to the voicemail. Um, But anyways, when you are being asked to be stretched, stretching is not comfortable. And a lot of times when people say this is who I am, that's your comfort. Okay, you're being asked to be stretched
Excuse.
because it's making you uncomfortable. When I say a lot of people are not willing to do that because it takes so much work to be stretched, because now you're calling me out on my stuff. Now you're seeing who I really am, and I either have to make a decision whether I'm going to stay or change. And if changing is going to be too much work for me, I'm going to stay where it's comfortable at. And that's why a lot of
Yep.
times we leave relationships and say it does not work. And then we go to another one. And then we
Yeah,
keep seeing that same pattern because it's a mirror. That's what happens. It literally, relationships mirror you. If that
I do the
person
same.
is not giving you what you want, you have to first learn how to give it to yourself. That's
Yep.
that's the first thing. Give it to yourself, because now I'm not pouring from an empty cup. I'm pouring from overflow.
Yep.
Then
Uh huh.
when I'm in the relationship, I'm not needing you to do the things that I can do for myself. Now we can actually be in a healthy relationship because I'm not draining you, nor are you draining me. And
Yeah.
we haven't learned that because we don't know what healthy relationships look like. That's
Oh,
that's
we done
that's
lost
the
that nigga.
issue. I know.
Now
But
it's
You back?
me. I'm
uh,
back. Yeah, man. Now I'm like, oh my God, why is not do not
yeah.
disturb not working?
um but yeah, so it is about being stretched and being uncomfortable. We have to get out of this is just how I am. You need to accept me for who I am, because that's not who you are. If you're not at your full max potential, that's not who you are. That means that you still have room to grow. And a lot of us, like I said,
Right.
there's some people that just don't want to do it because, again, it's going to open up some wounds that they're not ready to sit in yet. And that's fine if you want to do that. But here's my take on that. If you know that there's parts of you that need still to be healed, stop entertaining people, because all you're going to do is bleed on them. And the ones that are doing the work, that wants to actually love you, and if you can't receive that love, move along. There are people
Listen.
out here
And
that
I
want
was
to
about to say,
love
can I
on
say
that
something real
person.
quick?
Now let me say this.
All right,
When
let's
you
go.
said that, what I heard was, we when you said I we jumped right back into relationship. That is exactly why a lot of women are damaged, because of us jumping into the relationship thinking we don't need to change, and we bring in our past relationship into our future relationship, and we doing the same cycle, and we just damaging to damage to damage to damage. And
Yeah,
then that's why it's so many women like, bro, I don't even care for love, or I don't even care to be married, or I don't even like niggas. You know what I'm saying? It just it's that reason that we need to break that cycle. You know what I'm saying? Like I said,
facts.
we need to be more comfortable to express ourselves, not with just our women, just with, like I said, I'm comfortable with expressing myself with anybody. And if
Anybody
I don't,
now?
even if I don't know you, if I started talking in a sense of using some words that hit me, I'm gonna start hitting in my voice. You're gonna start hearing it, and I'm just gonna let that. I'm gonna just let it out. I'm not going to hold it back. I'm not gonna be like, oh nah, man, let me get myself together. No, I'm gonna let it out, because we need that. Because at the same time, you don't us as men, we don't realize that women gravitate towards that. It's not the fact that they think that we some punks, some hoes, some bitches, or bitch ass niggas. It's literally that we are comfortable with ourselves. And once we
Right.
comfortable with ourselves, can't nobody make us uncomfortable with that part, as far as expressing ourselves.
Facts.
And that's where
Yeah.
I'm at.
And now that you said that, like what she was saying, like people jump in relationships, I'm gonna piggyback right off of that. Um, I'm big on like with the person I'm with right now. Marriage is we talk about marriage a lot, but I'm not comfortable yet wanting to propose or wanting to be married yet because I know there's still stuff with myself that I need to
And
change or
that's
need to
good. No, that's
fix.
fact. That's good. That's
And
good.
you feel me? Some people, and
Because
I know,
marriage,
like I said,
when you
I
because
keep
marriage
saying
is a
it.
whole nother level, bruh. It's a whole
Exactly,
nother
and I've
level.
seen people get divorced. Like I said, not you feel me? I done seen it. Like in my own family. Like you feel me? People just not happy and don't want to get a divorce because they don't want to get ridiculed by family members and people
Hmm.
elder of the family. Like because like I said, marriage is sacred. So I take that completely
When they
seriously.
when
You
somebody
feel me?
told me
Like
that when my pastor told me when he was you know uh, getting us married, he said marriage is real,
yeah,
and it is real. Like once you tap into that level, that's when the real starts. It didn't my I was with her for about a year, I think, until we actually almost a year until we actually got married. But it was like before that, we were still working out our kinks and everything else. We was cool at times, we was not cool, but we would work it out. But as soon as we got married, it was like I this is how I felt on my end, because this was like planted in my head. This is what a husband's supposed to do. This is what a husband's supposed to do. You're supposed to do this because you're my husband. You're supposed to do this because you know what I'm saying, you the man. And it wasn't the fact that she wasn't right. She was right. It was first of all how it was presented, and then secondly, I wasn't ready to hear it. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't ready to hear that a husband is supposed to move how a husband is supposed to be moving. A boyfriend can move typically,
any
accordingly.
way they
You know what I
want to,
mean?
because they boyfriend. You
Accordingly.
feel me?
But a marriage, you supposed to move as a unit. You know what I'm saying? And I wasn't moving as no unit. I would do what I wanted to do, and I would just chime her in. I would have stuff going on, and I wouldn't let her know. You know what I'm saying? I would have thoughts, and I wouldn't let her know. And that was ultimately the downfall, the start of the downfall. You know what I'm saying? So it's
Yeah.
like marriage is real. It
Marriage is
is.
definitely real. Like when I see my mom and my dad get married, like I said, my mom was older in her life. You feel me, when she got married. So, it wasn't like she was young when she got married to my stepdad. You feel me? Like their marriage is a marriage I kind of idolize now because I seen my mom and the struggle she went through when her and my dad was a boyfriend and girlfriend and not really married. You feel me? They was in the about to be engaged stage and how
Yeah.
how they was moving. You can see it.
Yeah.
So once they finally got married or when they was into that engagement, my dad did a whole 360. My dad did a whole 360. Life changed. Everything changed for the better because he wanted. That's who he wanted, and that's why I'm like, man, I gotta change my life before I be like, let's get married. You feel me? It's not gonna be easy. It's not gonna be next week. I'm be like, oh, I'm changed. Like, nah, it's definitely gonna take some time, but I'm ready to do that work. You feel me? For the person that I am with. You feel me? Because at the end of the day, like I said, I want that marriage like my mom and my dad, where she changed him for the better, and like he not in the streets no more. You feel me? He cars galore now. You feel me? The better of the whole family was changed in that aspect of them actually being married from just being boyfriend and girlfriend that my mom played all her life. Like, not even trying to be funny. I love my mom to death. I hope she probably watching this, but you feel me? She was a girlfriend. Let's be 100. Like, you feel me? So the things she get now, I can see the happiness on my mom's face. My mom don't worry because they're a team. They got this. You feel me? They work as a unit, like you said. The marriage is sacred, so you come together as one. So that's what I want to be like in the future. But I know right now there's stuff that I need to deal with, and I feel like going into the show, like I said, church is the biggest thing I need to deal with. For many
Yeah.
reasons, I don't go to church that I need to get over. And you feel me? That's my own personal reasons.
It's church
Um,
hurt, man. A lot of
yeah,
us go through
church
church
definitely
hurt.
hurt. And it's when I lost my granddad, I felt like my granddad was Superman. So when I lost my granddad, I was mad at God. And I felt like, why did you take the only person that I felt kept our family together for real. And now he gone. You feel me? So it was a lot. I'm still dealing with. I haven't got over my granddad's death. It happened 2020, 2021. We in 2025. I'm still not over it. I think about it every day. I had the hoodie on earlier with his face on it. So it's something that I'm ready to be like, all right, let me go back to church at this point. You feel me?
So
Let me try it back out. Cause like I said, I know it was not God. It's myself that I need. You feel me? I need to change. I need to get out of that way
That
that I'm
mindset.
in where I'm
Yeah.
mad at him. Cause
yeah.
yeah, it's not his fault. It was for the better. And everybody tell me that today, like it was for the better. My granddad was sick. You feel me? It's for the better. Like you didn't want to see him in the hospital. He was gone from his home. Like it was for the better that my granddad went to that did that transition. But in my mind, like I said, you took away my superhero. You took away the
Hmm.
strongest person I know that I look to. Like that's my role model. I want to be like my granddad when I grow up. You took that away from me. So that shit hurt. That shit hurt. Like even
Yeah.
talking about it right now, like that shit hurt. Like you feel me?
I can hear it,
So
and
so
shit, you keep
here's
making me teary eyed, nigga. Cause like, listen, like I said, I understand where you're coming from because
yeah, it's
when
very
yeah, when
painful.
I mean, you could say my role model passed away. My uncle Sandy. Like I barely see him, but when I seen him, he was treating me with the utmost respect. He was treating me like his son. You know what I'm saying? And when he
Yeah.
passed, it messed me up because when I go back to Lima, who can I, you know what I mean, run into who I can talk to, you know what I'm saying? And it messed
Right.
me up. And I
No,
didn't know
for
it
real.
I didn't know it messed me up until I sat in it. Like you said, Strom, I sat in my pain. I'm like, my uncle gone. Like I
Yeah.
can't go to Lima and just, you know what I mean, pull up on him. He
No
gone.
facts.
And I had to sit in that. And I cried. I let that mug go.
Yeah.
No.
So I was gonna say, to what you call yourself?
Eric.
King Eric.
Eric.
Okay.
Yeah, you could call
All
me E.
right.
Eric.
Okay,
Yeah.
E. Okay,
My
so
bad. I ain't even really introduced myself.
it's all right. We hear you. I just
We
needed to
here.
make sure
We
I knew.
family. You feel me? We,
Yes,
we all
yeah.
good.
So I was just gonna say to you that it's okay to be angry with God. Like it's okay to question him. And you need to go to him to release that. You need to go and pray to him and ask him to release that hurt from you, because what
What?
you don't want
Listen,
to do, what you don't want to do is you do not want to carry that hurt with you. You don't want to, because
listen.
God asks you to actually lay his burden down on him.
Mhm.
Like you don't have to carry that weight. And the more that you ask God to remove it, he's going to begin to lift it. He's going to begin to show you that the reasons why that he did what he did. And not only that, but your grandfather lives through you. He lives
Hmm.
through
So
you
true.
because he showed you what the qualities that you're naming. Like, I want to be like him. You watched him do that. So don't just think that you can't go to God when you're angry. Go to him and question him. Ask him to reveal these things to me. Why did you allow someone that was so dear to my heart to be taken out of my life when he was the best role model that I had? And let
Mhm.
God do that. But a lot of times I feel like we get so mad, like when we say we mad at the church because of things that happen, when we don't even go to God for those reasons. We just be mad. We just be like, I ain't going to church because I'm just upset about what happened. Like, no,
Mhm.
he's asking you to go to him. Go to him when you're at your lowest. Because that's
Nah,
when he
for
starts
real.
to do the work within you. And what you're going to teach yourself, I don't know if you have kids or not, but you're going
Yeah.
to show your kids how it's really supposed to be. We are supposed to go to God for those things.
Mhm.
He
Hmm.
tells us to go there, but we don't go because of shame or guilt or whatever we have on our heart, like even anger. Like we say that it's the church. It's not the church. It's you. It's not the church. The church is
Facts.
calling you home. The church
Yeah.
wants you to come and lay your burdens down and get other people like-minded like you to uplift you and bring and put you back in that space that you was at before your grandfather passed away. Like that's what the church is for. It's a home. It's a second home. But
Yeah.
when we put names on it because we start blaming people for what we experience, now you act like you have validation. That's not valid. That's not a
Yeah.
valid reason not to go to church. When God is
Right.
saying, literally, lay your burdens down, He's telling you that. But you're choosing
He's
to say, I'm not going to do it because I'm mad.
right. And then he didn't
No
say
facts.
lay your burdens down to just women. It's men too. That's what I'm saying. Like
Yeah.
we gotta take it for what it is. And like, okay, he said lay our burdens down. Like, how do I lay my burdens down? Release. That's how you
It's
do it.
release,
Release.
yes. It's
Release.
Yeah.
actually
Like,
talking about what you feel.
right,
That's why the whole thing is when people bottle stuff up, we just keep letting it build up and build up and build up till we can't even handle it no more. And then there's just this explosion. Not everybody gotta hear it, gotta deal with it, and we don't even be knowing what be going on. We like, where did this even come from? Because you just was happy yesterday. Now all of a sudden we have to deal with this, or you have resentment towards people because you like you don't
And that's
understand me,
me
but
on
you're
a
not
daily
even,
basis.
yeah, but it's
That's
like
me on
you
a
have
daily. Like I
resentment.
switch my modes
Yeah,
easily. Like I'm happy one moment and then the next day you be like, bro, what's wrong with you? Like you tweaking, bro. Like is you cool? Like
nah,
you
for real.
is
yeah.
you
And
like,
that's because it's an unbalance. You have an unbalance right now, which, like I said, all of these things is so normal. It's not to shame
yeah.
anybody. And this is why I'm even starting this journey with helping people, is because it's not to shame you, it's to actually open your eyes up to say, why are you stuck? Why are you still here? This is why you're still here, is because you haven't given yourself the voice to be vocal about where you are. So when someone comes in to help you, you already got shame and guilt. So when I'm trying to understand you, you telling me I don't understand, but you're not even giving me any reason not to understand. All I know is that you're shutting down. And when you shut down, we have no communication. Now we already on a rocky ground because you can't express yourself, and I'm feeling frustrated because I'm thinking maybe I'm the problem when I'm never the problem. It's you
Right.
for real, but you ain't even said that to me. So now I don't feel wanted, and then when I don't feel wanted, you don't feel wanted because I'm reciprocating the energy. Like, okay, well, since you don't want to talk to me, I'm not going to talk to you. And then it just becomes, you know what I'm saying? It just
Become a
becomes
tick
a
for tat
very
thing. Y'all going back and forth.
chaotic, toxic situation. And that's why
Yeah.
we don't have healthy communication, because I need to understand what you're feeling and how I can support you. Whether it's me listening to you and not saying anything, which sometimes I'm not the best at that, but I'm getting better. Me listening to understand you, or maybe you just want someone to give you advice, but maybe you're like, I just want to hear your take on it, and that's it. Then I need to learn how to do that. But whatever it is, a person can give it to you. But again, if you can't give it to yourself, don't expect nobody to give it to you, because you can't give it to yourself. So you're not even going to be able to receive what I'm trying to tell you, because you're not even open. You can't even
Yeah.
express how you feeling. So how can I even show up for you? How do I know
Yeah.
what your needs are if you can't even tell me what your needs are?
True.
Yeah. And
And it
it
makes it
goes to
so
the
hard.
it goes to the it goes to when we do, like I said, we do express ourselves, but not in a full way, like really express ourselves. We would say certain words and leave certain words out, like you said, put a word to it. We won't use hurt. We would just use like, man, I'm messed up,
Yeah.
or
It's
man,
like you
I'm
avoid.
confused. I'm confused. Like that's a definite for me. That's a word for me that I was using consistently, you know what I'm saying, until I spoke to Rome, and she like, no, you're not confused. And it's like I just that was just a word that I can place wrapped
It's a
around what I'm
filler.
Yeah.
right, what I'm feeling, because
Yeah.
my head is everywhere. So it's like, since it's everywhere, I feel confused. But all actuality, I was just not giving my feelings a name, which was just, I'm hurt. I'm not
Yeah.
confused. I'm just hurt.
You
And
hurt.
in that hurt, your mind is everywhere, because I'm not sitting in my hurt.
Yep.
So like I said, I had to sit in it, and it was difficult. I even like wanted to just scream. Like, I wanted to scream so mad, so bad, and I did. When I released that, it helped. You know what I'm saying? It helped me. It just helped me. Like when I screamed, it helped me release what was in there that kept me that kept me pacing. And I'm like, okay, I feel a little better now. Now I can start the process of healing from what I was just screaming from.
Yeah. And then the other thing I wanted to touch on too is when we talked about jumping relationship to relationship. Alignment is so important. Um, Alignment does not equal chase. Like you don't chase people. When we chase people, I feel like we chase them to get them to. It's like that. I finally got you, and then it don't even be what you want. It'd be like you chasing the person that you don't even really want. So when God speak to us being the head and not the tail, that means that everything that comes to our lives should flow. Like it should just feel like home. When it comes, that's how you know it's good because it just flows. Like, okay, this is good. When we go chasing people and trying to put on this performance and trying to prove ourselves, that is so exhausting and draining that it just leaves you depleted. So I just want people to know that alignment is important. Chemistry is good, but if there is no alignment in that relationship, it's not going to sustain. It's just not going to make it because anything that comes into your life should not be a struggle. Like you shouldn't be struggling to be in a relationship. That
Nah, for
relationship
real.
just be steady. It should flow. It should feel good. Like I said, healthy relationships is things that we should be aiming for because it allows us to really be ourselves. We don't have to fake. When somebody is there for you, you don't have to fake anything. You could just literally be who you are. Not saying that you don't have to grow because the relationship is evolving all the time. But I'm saying somebody that's willing to accept you, you don't have to do all of that. It doesn't require that.
You don't
It
gotta do
does not
nothing.
require
You
it.
don't gotta do nothing. And that's what I mean. I've experienced that. I didn't I thought I had to do something to be, wanted or be accepted or be loved. I had to do something for it. You know what I'm saying? We like I said, we talked and she said, love, love is not, just an action word. You know what I'm saying? It's
Right.
it is an action word, but it's not just an action word. It's unconditional, and if if I'm expressing myself or if I did made a mistake, we're not perfect. If I make a mistake,
Mhm.
it's up to me to come to my partner and let her know I made that mistake and actually express that mistake and let her know that mistake is not going in vain because since I recognize my mistake, it's not going to happen again. You know what I mean? And I feel like we are missing that part because when we do make that mistake, we just downplay it like, oh, my bad, my fault. I'm sorry. I
Yeah,
apologize.
nah, for real.
But
I
like women be saying,
apologize. You feel
if
me?
it's no if it's no change behind that apology or I'm sorry, then you can keep it for real.
Nah,
Because if you sorry, then you conscious enough to change it. And if you do it
facts,
again, you're not sorry. So why keep saying sorry?
facts. And but
And
air,
it's
but that's the easiest cop out for a lot of people. That's the easiest rebuttal for they fuck up is I'm sorry, I apologize. You feel me? Try
yeah.
to sweep it under the rug the situation and try to move on.
Uh-huh.
Like nah, you really got to put some work into it, and you really got to change somewhere. You got to change yourself, or you gonna keep having this problem. I'm about to add our boy Casey in here as well from parking lot uh talks. We're gonna have him join the conversation as well. He been watching since we been live, so we got him
What's
in
going
here
on?
too. He, like I said, he been in here listening and yeah.
How's it going? Can you guys hear me okay?
Yeah.
Yep, yep.
Perfect. Let me get you guys turned up here.
Can you hear us?
Yep. Can you hear me okay?
Yep.
Yeah,
Perfect.
we all good, man.
I
I
have been
definitely wanted to get
thoroughly
you
enjoying the
in.
conversation with you guys for sure. You guys
I
have touched
appreciate
base
you.
on some pretty important topics that I think are relevant in today's world. So I appreciate the vulnerability and quite honestly the humility from you guys. So I just wanted to share that with you guys for sure.
No, I
Nah, for
appreciate it.
real.
I
I
appreciate
appreciate
that.
it, man. I know you got, like I said, you got your, parking lot pep talks. You feel me? So I was like, man, this would be perfect to have you on the show as well as her. You feel me? We in the mental, wellness, trying to get everybody,
Mental ready, yeah. Mental
mental
right,
Yeah, for
ready.
yeah.
sure.
Yeah, get better mentally. You feel me?
Yeah, for sure. So one motto that I kind of tend to live by, and it's something that I kind of preach to everyone, is everyone has a story. It's just some people are writing different chapters than others, and everyone's ending is guaranteed to end the exact same way, and that means that our time here on this earth eventually is going to come to an end. And
Mm-hmm.
so we all know the way that all of these stories end. But the unique thing about it is all the chapters that we get to read in between, all the lessons that we learn. So um I would say over the last 6 years, one of the big things that I've kind of taught myself and kind of gone through is I don't really look at losses in life. I just more or less really do treat them as lessons and say,
Mm-hmm.
in this point of pain or whatever this moment is, even in joy, what lesson am I able to take away from this and apply to not only myself, but my children as well, because I'm fully responsible for the way that they grow up and the mindset that they
Right.
have. And so it's important for me to make sure that I take those virtues that I'm able to learn myself and to be able to instill them upon my kids for sure.
No,
Yeah.
for real.
And
Facts.
that's and I peeped some of your videos, and your videos is very, I'm saying, inspirational, and as you say, I'm saying, motivational. So it's definitely something that's needed, and that's why we brought both of y'all here, because it's different aspects of, like I said, a woman aspect of that, and then the men aspect, because y'all are in y'all calling right now. And so, and being in y'all calling, we wanted y'all to come here and actually express and get the people to chime in and hear y'all out and actually get to know y'all, because y'all
Y'all need it. Y'all
is
need
is
it
is
for real in
important.
this
You know what I'm
age.
saying? Y'all is important to society right now. We don't have a lot of people
Definitely.
like y'all even worrying about other people or trying to help other people like that. So the fact
Nah,
that
for real. Cause my
the
boy
fact
be
that
out there every morning making them videos. I'll be like, man, that's
right,
dedication, boy.
Yeah, so
He
right,
be out there.
so the journey behind how that started was in early May. For those of you that don't know, I am the president and team market owner for a basketball team, a men's professional team here in town called the Columbus Wizards. And so we're undergoing some changes, moving up into a different league, different level of play. And so for me as a leader, as a president and market owner of the organization, I had to sit back and do some reflection and say, if I'm asking my guys, my staff, my team to do better, then I need to do better as a leader too. And so it
uh-huh,
started with me, first and foremost, just getting my health right, making a commitment to myself to be in the gym every single day. Then I took a trip down to Myrtle Beach, made the commitment to myself to get out there and run along the beach every morning. It was fantastic. It was awesome to run along the beach. But it was really cool to kind of reflect and think like I could really help change something with this. And so we started an initiative with the Columbus Wizards called the Wizards Way, and Wizards Win the Day. So it started out as that. And then I eventually started to get some of the messages on my personal Instagram, my personal Facebook account from friends and family, like, "Hey, man, seeing those videos every day is kind of cool." So then I was like, you know what, I'm gonna take the step and I'll just make it a priority every morning and part of my routine to get out there before I get in the gym, to just really share some words of encouragement. And they all come from the heart. They all come from
Mhm.
just a genuine place. I'm not trying to be facetious or give anyone that I wouldn't give
or a
myself.
gimmick,
And in a
right,
lot of ways, myself, when I'm recording those videos, I am speaking to myself, because as you guys
mm-hmm,
touched on, there are so many opinions that we are bombarded with every single day from
Every day.
family members, friends, co-workers, just random strangers in the street. And one thing that I've really been taught throughout this journey and doing the podcast and the whole health fitness thing is perspective. And it's really cool for me to kind of sit back and be in the
there go that
gym
bull again.
at 6:30 in the morning, and I see these individuals in there from all walks of life, all ages. There's a gentleman that attends my gym. He's from Israel. He has one leg, and the dude's in there every single morning, working his tail off in the sauna, sweating for 30 minutes, 40 minutes at a time. And so, getting to talk to different people, learning their backgrounds, learning their stories. We all have this mindset. Oh, my life is so bad. My life is. I just have it so bad, but we don't always take into account that there are plenty of other people in the world that have a far worse situation that we do. And it's just because we're so present in our own lives that we don't really take the time as much as we should to understand that other people are really going through things. And I know you guys kind of touch based on, what it's like to be a man in today's society. And I think that's through every generation before us today. The man is meant to be the provider. We're supposed to be the strong one. We're supposed to be the warriors and the lions and ready for battle at any time. So it's very difficult for us to show vulnerability. And because in a lot of cases, when we do show that vulnerability, we feel like anything that we say or do is then used against us as some form of revenge or retribution later. I think we see that a lot across society, not necessarily just for men, but we in a world that we live in now with social media and how access information is just so at the drop of a dime, we could really ruin someone's life super easy just by putting something on social media, or someone makes a mistake and it gets blasted on social media. Now we're contacting employers. Now we're contacting. It's just like we become so numb and so naive to our own actions. And I think that's because we live in a instant gratification society. We want to be told that we're doing so great all the time. While yes, we are, those losses and those lessons that I spoke on earlier, they're equally as important. And so we have to embrace that. And I know you touched base on, your relationships in the past. I think that it goes beyond just husband and wife. It's family members. I have 2 sisters myself. I'm sorry, 3 sisters myself, and I don't talk to them on a daily basis, but I recognize that they may be going through some things in their personal lives that I may never know about. Same goes for my mom, family members, friends, anybody. We all go through, like I said earlier, we all have a story. And so it's just some people are on different chapters than others.
Yeah. And I think that goes back to like giving people grace and showing compassion. Because um where you might be further ahead or even behind than someone else, but not, like I said, shaming them for where they are, or not, some people turn their nose up because they feel like, oh well, I would never go through that, or like stuff like that. And it just doesn't create a space for people to just be like, just be able to be like, okay, I did mess up, I did mess up, but I'm learning from it, instead of shaming someone or not giving them grace for that, because none of us are perfect. We're not perfect, and we're never going to be perfect. We're going to make mistakes, but like you said, as long as you're learning for them and you're stepping forward and not backwards, you're going to, you have to grow. You have no other way but to grow. You're learning from those things. And if we can get out of our heads that when people make mistakes, it should not be frowned upon. It should not be like, yeah, you messed up. Like, no, it should be, let me help you. Let me show you. Let me guide you. That's what we're here for. We're here to be neighbors to each other, not to shame people for where they are. So for me, it's like I had to literally tell myself that I was judging people. And when I started judging people, I said I would never do that. I would never go through that in my relationship. And guess what? God made me go through that same thing. And it was actually worse than my friends. The person that I told her that I would never do. And I had to call her and say, I would never say never again. I would never say never again. Because what I experienced was so painful that I lost myself. And now I know exactly how you feel. So that's why now I'm just like, let people be where they are. Let them learn from their mistakes. Let them allow themselves to grow from that. And if that's where they want to be, let them.
And I think that statement is so true, especially with the kind of the climate that we live in here in America. We tend to be so outward with our opinions on one another that we don't think about the repercussions that may come on the back end. Everybody wants to place their own beliefs. Like, I believe this, so you should believe this.
Right.
That's not how it's supposed to work. Like throughout history, that's not how it works. Anytime there's a disagreement, it either ends in war or people just figure it out. And so I think we have become so accustomed to, if I don't like you, I'm going to put it all over social media. I'm going to tell everybody all your business. I'm going to do everything I can to ruin you. Then it's like, okay, that single mom that you just trashed all over the internet has 3 babies at home. She lost her job. Now, how's them 3 babies going to eat? Now you done placed all this additional stress on it. People are like, oh, that's their own fault for their own actions. And it's like, if we're going to be real, yes, they made a mistake, but you amplified that by putting it on social media. Your target, your goal was to humiliate them in every way possible.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
When they're already dealing with it. Like people don't understand that. Like I made a mistake. I already got to sit in it. I already got to go through that growing pain knowing that I made the mistake. But then, like you said, when you amplify it, it makes it even worse because now I'm sitting here trying to figure out when the next time I'm going to feed my child or how I'm about to pay this bill because
Yep.
I don't have a job anymore. And then when you go to places and people know who you are because you all over social media, it's so much bigger than what people think.
Yep.
It's not
Mm-hmm.
just that small thing like you put it on social media as a like you said as to amplify or try to expose someone. You're not just exposing them, you're exposing everything around that person, including their kids.
Their kids, their
Including their
family, their
kids. Yes.
coworkers. It's like once you go to social media, anybody that is your friend on social media is
Well,
gonna
that's fair
see it.
game.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
They're gonna see what's out there. They're gonna grab a screenshot. They're gonna send it to their little work chat. Like we know how the game works. And it's
No, I
Yes.
like
definitely know how it works.
it's like people don't realize. I've seen it so many times. I've seen it so many times where people put something out on social media and they think like, oh, only my friends can see it. And then next thing you know, so and so's coming up in the conversation. Like, how did you know that? How did you know this? And it's like, oh, so and so sent it to me. It's like all it takes is that one viral moment. We've all
One
seen the
viral
videos,
moment.
whether it be
Yes.
from World Star, whether it's on YouTube. We've all seen the videos, and everybody is chasing that viral moment now because everybody is of the belief that if you become a social media superstar, that you will be rich and you will have no problems and
No
life will just
problems.
become easy to you. And we live in a fairy tale world because I think that there's a clear difference between what people's expectations are and what the reality is that we actually live in. And we've seen a shift in, I think, culture overall, where I know, especially in my line of work, being in construction, like I see a clear difference from the stories that my grandfather used to tell me about the way of life and how guys showed up to work and they put in their hours and they went home versus nowadays it's like kids have so much going on and so much exposure to everything going on around them that they can't
Mhm.
focus on the one task at hand. It's like, if
Nope.
I'm asking you, hey, we got to hang all these clocks. And then I come back at lunchtime 4 or 5 hours later and you got two clocks done and you can't justify why, then that's where I feel like we have done a disservice in the mental health sector because kids can now say, oh, this is just too much on me. I just can't handle it. And it's like, at what point do you kind of honor that? And at what point do you say, okay, you're just kind of using this as a crutch? I don't think you really understand what you're saying. I think you're just trying to manipulate the situation. So I think we have both sides of the sector there as well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
some people use mental health as a crutch for real. And they would use
Yeah.
the fuck out of anxiety and stress and other things as why they won't work or why they
Yep.
won't do this or why they can't, you feel me, be focused. Like you said, they
Yep.
use it now. And it's
The
like, yeah, go ahead,
I
Busy.
feel I feel I feel like I feel like the true issue is that since we are, like I said, in this social media world and that we are behind this screen right here, that I can have an opinion put on social media and it automatically be valid. You know what I'm saying? Like just because you put an opinion out, it's an opinion. People not understanding that all these statuses about certain people you exposing and everything else, when you expose somebody, you exposing yourself also.
Yep.
Because at the end of the day, you are hiding something that you are not showing because we're not perfect. So
Yep.
you exposing this person, but you're not exposing yourself. So now you put it on the mask just so you can put this person out and show everybody so you can go viral when not knowing even if you go viral you still dealing with what you got to deal with at the end
Yep.
of the day when
Right.
you you go off your app you still have to deal with what you deal with and then we don't know what you're dealing with. You might have a partner that you know what I'm saying you go and makes laughable jokes on social media but then you get to see them inside and they probably abusive to their woman or vice versa. The
Yep.
woman is abusive to the man,
Yep.
verbal abuse. So it's like y'all keep putting on these masks just for social media, just so you can be popular on social media. When at the end of the day, we are all human. We all here. No one's bigger than the system, as they say. No one's bigger than the system, and
Yep.
the
Everybody
system
trying to
is the
chase clout. and
And the
trace
system
black.
is the community. That's what we don't
Yeah,
under. The system is the community, and what I mean by community, you, her, you, we are the community. It don't matter if we don't live in the same city. It don't matter if we live in the actual community. The community is literally the world. And I don't think
mm-hmm.
people understand that when they say community, they think your neighborhood. No, we're not talking about the neighborhood. We're talking about literally the world when we say community, because at the end of the day, when we supposed to come together, and it's so hard to come together when you got them people who hard, just stay hard. Like, man, I don't need that, or I don't need them. I don't need nobody. Everybody needs somebody. Everybody, every single human on this earth needs somebody. It, it
That used to
may
be my
it may be one
catchphrase. I don't
person.
need
It may be
nobody.
two. It may be one person. Me too. I was an advocate of it too. I don't need nothing. I don't need nobody. And
I
and
don't need
and it,
nobody. Yeah.
and not knowing at the end of the day, for real, when I say that, I go and ask my mom for something. Go ask
Facts.
my like she's somebody. So why are you saying you don't need nobody? I don't need nobody when you literally just ask your mom, can you take, what I'm saying, can you take me down the street? Or I'm hungry. I don't got nothing to eat. It's like you putting on that mask for social media when really, again, you hurting in the inside, man. Just let it out. Like,
Well,
and,
I would
and,
even
and
challenge that just a little bit deeper. We say we don't need nobody, but when we go to the grocery store, we need somebody to ring up the groceries for us. We need somebody to bag the groceries. We need somebody to go out to the cart, to the parking lot to get the carts. When we go to get gas, we need somebody to drive the truck there with the gas. So it's like we get so lost in a me world that we don't realize that there's a whole world that's taking place all around us at any given time. Even when we asleep, 2, 3, 4 in the morning, it's still people out stocking shelves. It's still people out driving trucks or delivering packages, whatever the case may be.
Yeah, we
Just
need them.
because we have moments where we think, oh man, the world has stopped. The world is going to carry on. At the end of the day, when we're all loss of life and we're all under the ground and our spirits, wherever it may be, that the life here is still going to carry on. And so I think that we often lose so much sight of that because we get so accustomed to our own daily lives that we don't realize there are other people with real world problems out there. They may not be wanting to talk about it, or they may be really, really good at hiding it. Like you said, we could have the guy that's the clown all over Facebook, right? Yeah, I'm gonna do this. And what are you truly doing it for? Some thumbs up likes, like you might get a couple hearts. What is your goal? Like your goal at the base level, at the foundation, is to humiliate whoever it is that you are targeting, because in some way, shape, or form, it makes you feel better for those brief moments. Like you said, everybody's going through something. Hey, I'm $50 short on my check this week. I might not be able to get lunch 2 days out of the week, even though that's minuscule for me. For some people, they hundreds of dollars short on their check, or they're out here trying to grind because somebody put them on social media, and now they're trying to figure out how they're going to live with the rest of their life. It's just, like I said, we live in such a chaotic world that we let so much outside influence dictate how we live our own individual lives. And it's kind of crazy when you think about it.
Yeah, it's definitely crazy.
I just think, like, if social media was to just crash, how many people would be so distraught?
A lot of people will be
because
crashed
they would
themselves.
not know
I think if social
how.
media disappeared, you would see mental health be at the top of every political candidate's. Oh, it would be. I mean, it would be like, oh my God, you saw what happened with TikTok.
I can't express myself.
What am I supposed to do? TikTok is gone. And it's like, bro, like, have friends. Like, meet people.
They was spazzing about TikTok when they was gone for like that 2 days. Like, they was bad.
Well,
and they was doing it on Facebook. Like I said, it becomes an opinion world where they just when they feel something, they type it in. Now it don't really have to be literally what they going through. It might be something they saw and that irritate them. Oh, I'm about to, and they might get 20 likes, they might get 20 comments, and then they feeling themselves like, oh, okay, maybe I should continue to put my opinion out.
Yep.
Because I'm getting all these likes and comments, when really you masking because at the end of the day, you putting your opinion out from other people, but you ain't talking about yourself. You ain't putting you in the forefront. You putting everybody else in the forefront.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah,
it's
but
okay
the
to have an
biggest
opinion.
thing, yeah, I was
Yeah,
gonna
it
say the
is.
biggest thing here is they're doing it for validation.
Exactly.
That's the issue. It's not, it's once you get that one hit, like you said, 20 shares, it's like I gotta keep doing this because I feel validated. They're not, it's that there's
Mm-hmm.
no context or no substance for what they're doing. It's
Nah.
literally getting validation from social media. That's why I feel like it would, if it was to crash, it would be a lot of health mental health issues going on because you can't get valid, you gotta go now, you gotta go get it. You can't
Right.
just sit and just tweet or post all day. You actually have to go out and get what you're
And
looking for.
go out there or actually call somebody to give your opinion. Remember back in the day when we have something to talk about. Oh, we call our friends. Oh, let me, girl, look who I just called, or
But you
bro,
had to
look who
call
I
after
seen.
7 p.m. You had to call after
Right.
7 p.m.
After 7.
After
Right.
7.
Yeah.
But we was
Yes.
eager. We was eager to call that person to talk about our day. Like, oh man, I can't wait to tell you what happened in my day. Now it's, I can just post this on social media.
Yep.
But so that leaves them with no regard or no room to speak it with somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's like
And
you can have a fictitious opinion. I've seen many times where you may not even truly feel what you're typing out. I've seen it where people say things just to get aroused.
yeah, uh-huh.
It's like, man, like you don't realize what you're doing because we don't teach anybody that. We teach everybody
Yeah.
how to pass a standardized test. That's what we teach. And if you could pass a standardized test, well, then you can survive in the real world. And then,
Right.
16, 17, 18 years old, when you start getting out in the real world and you get to college and you start to hear from people that ain't afraid to tell you their opinion, they
Mm-hmm.
grown. And once you get
Hmm.
out and get exposed to that, it's either going to make some people or it truly does break some of those individuals because they've been sheltered. They've been taught
Yeah.
that, oh, the
Hmm.
world is such a nice place and go you. I get it. You finished fifth, but here's a participation trophy. Like that's not how the real world works. If you're the
Yeah.
fifth person to
Overprotective.
turn in your report, they're gonna say, okay,
being
you're the
being
fifth person to go
overprotective for
home.
sure. That never helps, being overprotective, like not letting them experience the life. Like, oh, I went through that, my son, my kids ain't gonna go through that. No. Well, this is a continue, like you said, the world is going to keep going,
Yep.
so
Yeah.
there's no way that I experience my trauma and my daughters or my kids is not going to experience their own trauma.
Yep.
I don't have no control over that.
For
It's going
real.
to be something that I can't control, and when if I try to control it, that's going to teach them how to mask it. And when they go to the real world and not around you, they ain't gonna know what to do. They're gonna be overstimulated, overwhelmed, and they're gonna shut down.
Yep.
And
And
I
this goes
want
back to
to.
what I said earlier about the lessons. Like you're learning those lessons now so that when your child does go through trauma at whatever stage it is in their life, you're now equipped with the tools and resources to help them navigate through that. Like, okay, this is your problem. This is kind of what you went through. Let's break it down. Where did we go wrong? And you're able to have that honest and humble conversation with them. Like, look, son or daughter, like this is where you messed up. And as a result of you messing up, these are the consequences that kind of follow as a result. Or this is where they messed up. And then they can really start to see and experience that life lesson so that they never have to go through that again. Because it
Right,
does hurt. Pain is not fun. I
Yeah.
don't think we can ever attribute any type of pain to fun in any way.
right.
And I wanna kind of piggyback to what you were saying, like going to college and then being fed from older people or just being fed period from social media to what just happened this past week with the whole Charlie Kirk situation. Like, you feel me? That was somebody giving their opinion, whether it was right, wrong, black, blue, white, yellow, green. That was his opinion. For him to lose his life, it's like, come on now, like, you feel me?
And I
I'm
think
not gonna say I agree with what he was saying, but it's not something to be somebody's life be taken over for their opinion and how they felt. You feel
Hmm.
me?
Hey,
yeah,
I
I
want to
certainly don't agree with most of what he was saying.
before you go, before you start. I'm sorry. She got to go. So before you go, put out your social medias,
Yeah, definitely.
social media. So plug yourself. So before you go.
All right, again, guys, my name is Sharon Jackson, and I have a healing group called Heal Within Her. You can find me on Facebook at Heal Within Her, and also at on Instagram at Heal Within Her.
All right, we're strong. We appreciate you
Definitely
hopping on
appreciate it.
and giving your input. It was definitely needed, definitely heard, and
Man,
hopefully it's used from, you know what I'm saying, us. I'm not just gonna count me out. Hopefully it's
no,
used with
no,
us
definitely.
and the people who chimed in and people who going to listen later on.
Yeah, for sure. And stay tuned because I definitely will be back.
Awesome.
Yeah, you
Yes,
definitely
yeah,
gotta
yeah.
come back for sure.
All right. Have a
All right.
good night. Bye,
You
Take
have a
guys.
care.
good
Y'all
night.
too. So on my fault. What were you saying?
No, you're good. I certainly don't agree with a lot of what Charlie Kirk said, but kind of what you said. I hate the climate that we live in right now. I feel like there's so much tension amongst people from all races, all ethnicities, because if you're not a person that has lived, and when I say lived, I don't mean just waking up, putting your 10 toes down and just going on about your life. But if you've never been in real life situations, like for me, I grew up in the hood my whole life. So I've been very fortunate and blessed enough to see life from a 360-degree angle. So I'm
Mm-hmm.
able to
Mm-hmm.
put myself in those positions. Maybe not as a man of color, right? It's very clear as day that I'm not African American. But but to be honest, like I
That don't matter.
understand and I
Yeah,
resonate with some of the situations and some of the opinions and a lot of what I hear from my peers, from my colleagues. And it's because while I'm not African American, I still have been there in the forefront to see kind of what's going on and see the little ways of maybe that officer didn't really treat them the way that I would feel is up to par, or maybe they
Mm-hmm.
were singled out a little bit, but then there's also the flip side, and it's like maybe you was being a knucklehead. You know what I mean? Maybe you did push the limit a little bit, but where
And that's
we
what
have,
all of us, man. That's what I'm saying.
yeah,
It's not just you. It's
yeah,
not just with you or or white people. It's literally all of us. Because
yep,
what
it's
us being
everybody.
like, we look at our black. We look at black people like, bruh, that was dumb. Why are you
Yeah,
doing that stupid shit?
yep,
Like, don't do that dumbass shit. That nigga was stupid, or
yep,
that person was dumb, or it's we not, you know what I'm saying, closed minded when it comes to that. And I want to piggyback on the Kurt situation because I was literally waiting for that uh, to pop up because I definitely have an opinion. And since we have this podcast, I don't want to put it on social media for it to be um, looked at as one of the other
yep,
opinions that they like,
yep,
just flowing in the
yep,
other opinions that they got. Because I have my own opinion. I'm like a when it comes to the world, I'm like a rebel because I don't look for the surface. I look at it as a whole.
yep,
It's always something behind something. You know what I'm saying? And
yeah,
so my thing is with this is before we knew this person, we didn't know him.
we did.
I've never seen, never heard, never caught glimpse of anything this man said. So the fact that when people start putting out their opinion and they really thinking their opinion mattered, I kind of got irritated because I'm like, you don't know this man,
You
but
ain't
yet
even know
you dogging him, but you don't know him. Why are you dogging him when you don't even know him? I'm not trying to dog him because I don't know him. I can see that I don't like his character, but I don't know him to say, man, F that dude. F that he deserved to die. F his kids. Like, that's too much. Because at the end of the day, that's hate right there.
yep,
That's self-hate.
him.
And it ain't because he's white and we black, or that's self-hate.
yep,
Because at the end of the day, he's a human. And the way it and if this, I kept saying this, if his opinion don't affect me, then it don't affect me. It didn't affect me before we caught a glimpse of what happened, and it's not going to affect me in the future because it still hasn't affected me.
yep,
You know what I'm saying? So the
Yeah,
fact that they feel like it's affecting them, so they strongly putting out their opinions because they don't know that at the end of the day, that man is not affecting you until he's affecting you.
right,
And
right.
it shows it's affecting a lot of people because
It's affecting the whole
it's
after
like I
that
said,
whole
it's a mask.
situation.
It's a mask
Yeah,
because you feel a certain way, but you're not doing anything. You know how many activists there is. You know how many people put their opinions out. There's not a lot. There's a lot of activists, but there's not a lot of people who have their opinions that turn into activists.
yep,
So you feel like you got your opinion and you're strong about it. Do something about it. And not not to like put you in it or put you out of it. I was like this. I said, if y'all feel strongly about that, and if you ain't trying to start no Black Panther movement, shut the fuck up. Just shut up.
I mean, so my opinion on it is this. I think we've taken something that is obviously a tragedy, like whether he was white, black, Mexican, Asian, whatever the case may be. Like there is footage, live footage of this man getting shot in the neck with his family, his two young daughters, or young daughter, young son, and the wife present. Like we live in America. This is not Iraq. This is not Afghanistan. This is not active war zones. Like it's and we have become so numb and accustomed to it to where people are actively sharing the video, the clips all over social media,
all over social
their
media.
opinions on it. And it's like, I could respect someone that says that they disagree with the man. I could even respect them to say, F him, da-da-da-da. Where I draw the line is when you say that the man deserved to go out like that. Like, the man never robbed, to my knowledge, okay, I'm just speaking hypotheticals here, but the man never robbed nobody. The man never hurt anybody physically. He never did anything that would constitute self-defense, or it's not like he stole billions of dollars and somebody was crazy. Like the man just gave his opinion.
And that's what I mean. It's just an opinion. It's not a fact. It's opinion. It's all opinions.
Like, just don't listen. You feel me?
Don't turn him off.
Like,
That's
there
all you gotta do.
Countless activists and speakers on both sides of the aisle, like far left, far right, and it's just unfortunate that we live in such a society where we got people taking shots at the president. Like that's crazy to me. Like we live in America. Like you don't agree with the man, there are policies in place to vote him out. If there's that big of a concern, there's an opportunity for you to unite the people to go against him. But instead, we want to do this. We want to constantly be at each other's necks.
That's what I mean. If you feel strongly about it, start being become a mayor or become anybody that is of power, right? That's of power to change that. They just, like I said, they just rather throw their opinion out and just call it a day. Like
they throw their opinion out and use race, and I'm starting to really get irritated with the society when they use race for everything. That's the first cop out. Oh, it's because I'm black. Oh, they did this because, it's not always a race thing.
Well, I think the media perpetuates that a lot too. You turn on the news and it's this person did that person, this person did that person. And a lot of times when they're reporting those stories before they have any factual proof, it's all speculation, right? Yeah. I remember when the Charlie Kirk thing first came out, he's old guy. They had the old guy being carted off. The old guy was just some random bystander that was probably being an idiot, causing a commotion. And then you start hearing all this speculation. It's like, I could watch the media because I want to stay informed, but I'm objective enough to say, okay, that's probably not the whole truth right there. That's probably just,
you gonna do your own research.
There's some facts embedded in there, but we live it again. It goes back to social media, where we live in a world where you can go to Twitter at the drop of a dime and find out any information you need. Like as soon as a hip hop artist or like Drake, his song got leaked, you go to Twitter, it's there, bam, immediately. That's the nice thing about social media is our news. There's not
one click away. We one click away. Just like I said, I before I actually seen the video, I kept seeing it. Kurt been shot. And I'm like, who is Kurt? So I Googled it and I'm like, oh, okay, he's an activist. And after that, I literally just was like, okay. I didn't go into depth. I didn't want to go down that rabbit hole because I didn't want to get upset and try to boil up my frustration and then start typing it on social media. So I just left it like that. And then I say like an hour or two later, that's when it started sharing. They start sharing the footage. At first, you had to first go to the comment and actually see it in the comments. But now they just posting it. Yep. And I had to see it. I'm like, I didn't want to see that. And the reason why I didn't want to see it is because we even though it didn't affect us, that's still trauma.
Yeah.
And we don't realize that. Like us seeing people get shot in real time in real life, that's trauma. We see people get shot in movies all the time, and you know it's not real. But as soon as you see it's real, you're like, oh man, like
Think about the kids
he
that
really
seen the
gone.
video. Think about the kids.
Right.
Like we know how these kids work nowadays. I can only imagine how many middle schoolers and heaven forbid.
I'm pretty sure it's on TikTok. I'm pretty sure it's on
I
TikTok.
hope an elementary school student did to see that, but like to be able to see that and then be numb to it, like oblivious, like, oh, okay, he just got shot. Like, bro, that's a crazy thing to think about. Like, even when the president got shot, like, do I agree with what he says? No, but I do respect the fact that he was a duly elected official. You could make the argument of whether he was done so right or not, but the process says that he is the president. So therefore, there's a certain level of respect that has to come to that. So knowing that he got shot at twice, bro, it's mind blowing to me the things that we have. You know, I'm about to be 33 years old, so for me to think about all that I've been through in my life, whether it be 9/11, the anthrax, the war in Iraq, now you got to include the president being shot at twice. Now you got to include another dude being shot on TV just because of politics. Like, it's so crazy to me.
Politics, right?
And I wonder at the end of the day, when you really sit back and think about it, like, yeah, you shot the man, he's dead, but what did you accomplish?
Nothing.
Because you certainly didn't stop the movement. If anything, you just took a whole gallon of gasoline and dumped it right on there. Because now these people are going to be way more loud. They're going to be at everything, and it's going to dominate the news because now people have an emotional attachment to it. They see somebody die and lose their life.
Exactly.
And so now they're going to be emotionally drawn to that. So only thing you did was further embolden that movement and amplify those voices.
No,
it's so unfortunate for real because, like you said, it's about the kids at the end of the day, and no kid wants to see their parent die, let alone get shot. You know what I'm saying? So the fact that they did, their trauma is going to live with them for the rest of their life. Now, if this is what I'm a futuristic person, and I'm a person who wants to teach the kids because of the future. You know, when we leave here, I want to put a stamp and leave something for the kids to develop and grow also. And the fact that those kids, just like those kids right there, they might grow up and become their dad because of what happened. And they ain't stopped nothing. Just like you said, that ain't gonna stop nothing. It's gonna make it worse and continue it, but it's gonna heighten because they're gonna double down and then use their dad's situation and then propel that. Like, you shot my dad, they shot my dad, whoever shot my dad, it don't matter if it was a white person, black person who shot him. It's the fact that somebody shot my dad. Yep. So I got to do something because my dad couldn't continue it, so I'm going to continue it. Or hit the wife, my wife. Oh, you think I don't know if this is true or not, but I heard that she was like, y'all think it stopped something? Well, y'all ain't stopped nothing. I'm going to continue. Boom, 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 boom. And the thing that I respect that because at the end of the day, she got the whole world against her. And when you have a whole, like we have, like you said, our family, you know what I'm saying, back and forth, giving us their opinion about our lives and everything, we feel, you know what I'm saying, like smothered. But she got the whole world against her. And she's still doubling down. So that shows a lot of character with her, you know what I'm saying? And people are still not respecting that. Like, man, fuck her. So no, I respect that.
Yeah, I think it goes back to that word perspective, right? Everybody, how's the quote go? Everybody's got a plan that they get punched in the mouth, right? Well, everybody thinks that it's so great. Everybody thinks it's so funny until it's your mom, your dad, your brother, your sister that gets shot on TV, on live TV. Like
the no snitching.
We have not digested that the man got shot and there's video existence. Like that has not been processed. I don't think. Everybody's like, oh, we're just gonna click share, no problem. Like that will live on forever.
Like, everybody want to bring up JFK. Like, no, this is different. We are alive. We seen it. Like, you feel me? JFK's shooting we couldn't see because the video
black and white. First of all,
back then wasn't good. This shit was clear. You feel me? In
clear
4K. Like,
Yep.
you know,
And it's not like back then you could go to Google and type in JFK assassination and see 50 different videos, different angles.
Right.
Like, bro, you see the same video over and over and over,
Over and over.
different
and,
angles.
and that's the explanation. Like that's what it is. Like this, there's multiple angles. Like you see, even when the FBI was trying to locate the guy, they got videos of the dude on the roof. They got like we live in a world where everything you do is seen at all times. So
Yeah.
if you think you're gonna get away with something,
Big brother
you're
always
not gonna
watching.
get away with it, bro. You not.
You definitely not, man. It's like I said, it's unfortunate, and and I mean that it's unfortunate for his family. You know, it's unfortunate that he felt the way he felt, but also it was unfortunate that his family had to see that. Like you said, it's that's trauma, man. Like I can't say that enough. That them kids might grow up and just become the most evilest people. You know what I'm saying? Because of that. But it might be a 360, and it might be somebody and take that and hold it against. I mean, hold on to it. Like I don't want to be like my dad, or I want to make a change what my father was doing. You know what I'm saying? So it can go either way, but we will never know until the future, and we can't rush it. We just got to wait for the future to happen and hope that, you know what I'm saying, the kids will take that and use it for the good and not the bad.
Yeah, I think the unfortunate events, the tragedy that we did see, I think, no pun intended to his show, but I think it is a turning point for America. I think that the tragedy did, and the fact that so many people have seen it, I think, like I said, it's going to embolden voices. It's gonna cause people to be more outward. It's going to cause people to be more opinionated, and we're seeing it all over social media. Like I know on my Facebook, I have some friends and some family members that I'm like, wow, I never knew that you thought that way. Like we're
Right.
blood, and I had no idea that you were so
Yeah.
far on the other aisle of what I believe in. And it doesn't make me look at them any different because we do share the same blood. But I am open to discussing with you why you feel that way. That's the beauty of the world that we live in, because I want to understand, what is the pain that makes you feel the way that you do? What is it that I'm not seeing? Because I only have my perspective. I have my own blinders on. I don't know what it's like to be a woman. I don't know what it's like to wake up and go through the daily struggles that a woman has to go through. I know what I'm responsible for and the struggles that I go through. So I may not see the same things that you do because I'm not exposed to it. But if you're willing to share your opinion with me on, or share things, then it's going to alter my opinion. And I think in this case, how outward he was with his opinions, I think some of those opinions are now emboldened to be even louder, because it's, hey, they tried to silence us. Even though it was one person, and I know they're still trying to work to uncover what his ideology was or whatever, but now it becomes they, them. They are against us. And now you unite all these people under this new belief. And it's like, who knows where that could go? Who knows where that could lead? And we see it in other countries across the world where there's uprisings and people overthrow their leaders. And, we've seen the Capitol building get stormed here. That's something we never thought we'd see. Again, it goes back to the crazy stuff that we see in our lifetimes. And we see what people are capable of when they come together. We've seen various movements, from the Black Lives Matter movement, for all the, tragedy events that we had to go around with George Floyd. We've seen the MAGA movement. That's the big movement, right? The MAGA movement. We've seen everybody trying to unite behind Kamala Harris. And it's, what can you do with these small groups of people to make them have a larger voice and a larger presence? And that's where we always fall short, because there's one thing that gets involved that always changes people's mind, and that's them dollar bills. Once them dollar bills start getting involved and they start switching hands, then it's not so much about the mission, it's about the mission of the one person providing the funding.
Yep, it's about the profit, for sure. And it's crazy because, like you said, it's crazy that you brought up the money aspect of it, because it's out of the people who have their opinions, strong opinions, white, black, it don't matter, who have their opinions on what happened. If they're given the opportunity to speak their opinion on a larger scale on the news or anything else, that's when you will see their real
Yep.
character show. Because a lot of people that has them opinions won't go on platforms like that and speak it. They
Well,
will
yeah,
be
because you
hesitant. They
can't.
be scared. They be, I don't want to be talked to. I don't want to be looked at differently. It's. But I'm pretty sure. But if that money was involved, they would have definitely be like, oh yeah, I'm on there. How much you giving me? I'll talk about my opinion if you
Yep.
give me some money. But you won't talk about it unless it's money involved. And
And the other
it's
thing
crazy.
is people think that when they express their opinions, just because you're loud, that you're right. Just because you
Oh
want to
man,
yell and
what?
scream and you want to talk over that, it doesn't make you right. See, I have a famous quote that I always hit people with. You are entitled to your own opinion, but your opinion doesn't become facts unless you have evidence to back it up. So you can
Yes.
spew your opinion to me all you want. But if I know that I have the facts sitting right here to back up my statement, it's not an opinion at that point. It's factual evidence. You can't debate facts. And that's where people get lost. It's like if I say the sky's blue and you walk outside and you're like, nah, bro, the sky's gray. And I walk out and
Yeah.
it's like, oh, okay, I guess it is gray. Well, I'm wrong. There's always a right and a wrong.
Good. It's always a good. It's always a good and bad. I'm a type of person. We finna go on break here in a second. Um, I'm a type of person who embraces balance. You know, there's always a good and a bad. I don't try to minimize or heighten something and the good when I know the bad is right there waiting for me, and I'm not trying to pay attention to it because I used to be the most positive person on earth. I felt like you couldn't get me to, let alone express something negative, hear something negative. If I'm hearing something negative, I'm drowning that out, or I'm masking it by switching something positive on it. When now that I'm older, I be embracing both. You know what I'm saying? The good and the bad, because at the end of the day, balance is what balance us. You know what I'm saying? Um, so I want to I don't want to end it with me. So I want you to go ahead and close this out
Yeah, for
on.
sure. I'd love to. So one of the big things that I just want to stress to really you guys and everyone is that I appreciate your time. I appreciate the invite to be on the show with you guys today. Mental health is important, and although it is cliche to say, it is perfectly fine to not be okay. We all have our moments
Perfectly
where
fine.
we need to be vulnerable and we need to reach out for help. And you have to have a friend that you're comfortable with to be vulnerable. We don't want you. I don't want to see anybody just pick somebody random. It has to be somebody that you trust, because when you are vulnerable and you do take down those walls, you leave yourself exposed. You know, you could tell a friend a deep secret that you thought you was going to carry to your grave, and if that friend lets that secret out, or if that friend goes and tells somebody else, or vice versa, well then it's no longer a secret, right? Then now it's everybody else can get involved. So really just take time to make sure that you focus on yourself. Remind yourself that if you wake up in the morning, you're able to fill those lungs with life, and you get them 10 toes or 9 toes if you're missing any. When you get them toes planted on the ground, you're planting yourself for the day. So be present, be grateful, and really just understand that we're all out here living. We're all out here just trying to make it the best that we
At the end
can.
of the
And
day, man. At the end
um,
of the
you
day.
know, nobody likes going to work. I don't know anybody that's like, oh, I love going to work. It's like
I gotta be there at 6 a.m.
I
boy.
know we would all
Hell
love to stay at home and get that extra hour of sleep in the bed and take our kids to the trampoline park, and we want to live life, but unfortunately that's not the world that we live in. So
Yep.
we got to come together. I think the events that we've seen this week, along with some of the events that we've seen in kind of recent history, I think it really enforces that we as a people, we have to find a way to unite. We have to find a way to come together and come to a common ground on things that really don't matter. If I have an opinion and you have an opinion, is it really affecting the way that this show goes? No, I think we all have a mutual respect for one another. And I'm the same way in real life. I tend to
Right.
be a pretty positive and upbeat person. And I don't really know many strangers. I try my best to be a beacon of hope in anybody's life. And so I just really want to drive that home that mental health is really, really important, especially
yeah.
for us men. It's important for us to open up and talk about things that are going on and talk about some of the burdens that we carry because it does get heavy. It does suck waking up on those mornings when you're carrying so much and your mind never stops. This is the only voice that we can never really silence.
Man,
We can put our phone on do not disturb. We can turn the phone off. We can put some headphones in. But even with the headphones in, you still got to listen to this voice up here. So if you continue to speak positive to yourself, then it'll make everything else pretty good.
Nah, facts,
all right,
man.
man.
And
Once
we
again,
appreciate you coming on and go ahead and plug yourself in. Tell everybody where to find you on social media and all that.
Yeah, absolutely. So my personal Instagram is the Wiz Prez. That's TheWizPrez. Or you can follow my morning talks at Parking Lot Pep Talks. It's live on Instagram. We do it every single morning. Usually I get them recorded about 6:15. I get them posted about 7 a.m. So, yeah, feel free to follow me there. And I've had many people reach out to me with direct messages. Some of the stories I've got to hear are kind of cool. It's nice to know that my messages resonate with so many people.
nah, facts.
Nah, man. Hey,
That's
we
that's
appreciate
that's what
having
we
you.
need, man. More people like you, bro, for sure.
Well, I appreciate it.
You have a good one, Brody. We gonna definitely have you back on. Like I said,
Yeah, for
we
sure.
appreciate you for opening your schedule and making time to join the show.
Anytime. It was truly fun. I always enjoy getting out to talk to people. Especially since we got a Ravens fan in the house. My
You
Vikings are getting
know it.
smoked right
You
now
know
by
it.
the Falcons. So uh
Yeah, the game over. It's 22-6.
yeah, I'm
It's
not
over.
very happy. I've been catching the score here. I've been looking at it. So
Yeah.
it comes with the nature of having a young quarterback and an unproven quarterback at that.
Yeah.
No,
Nah,
he's a
facts.
Michigan guy. I'm a Buckeye fan, so
Hey,
there's already
now
that
you not
It's
too
hesitation
like a
there.
much on us, man.
love hate relationship right there.
Yeah, there's already that
Yeah.
hesitation where I'm like, is this guy going to be good? And then last year he tore his ACL, so he missed the whole season. So, I'm optimistic. We do got
Yeah.
what I consider the best receiver in the league in Justin Jefferson. You can make the argument that Jamar Chase is upper. I won't disagree. But we'll see what happens. We'll hopefully we can have the same success that we did last year with Sam Darnold.
Man, we definitely
All
gonna
right,
have you
man.
back on, and we definitely gonna talk some more. We gonna talk some sports. I know this episode was a little different. So I know anybody that tuning
Yeah.
in, y'all like, where the sports at? Like, hey, listen, it was a different episode this week. Like I said, and
And
we
it was
felt like
needed.
it was better. We
It
needed
was
this
needed.
mental, you
We
feel
needed it.
me, awareness with everything going on in the world right now. I think we need to take away from the sports for a second and actually get into some real life. So this is what this episode was really about. And like I said, we appreciate having you. And like I said, we hope we do this again, man.
Yeah, for sure. I
Yes,
appreciate you guys
sir.
having me.
No doubt.
For sure, man. All right, well, you have a good one, buddy.
Yes, sir. You guys take it easy. Have a good night.
Yeah,
You
you
too.
too, man. My dog.
Oh man. That
Tonight was
was
a
that
good
was
episode, man.
it was, man. It was.
We done killed it. Like I looked at the
I
time and looked at my phone and was like, oh, I'm on 9%. Like I had to,
right.
I'm gonna have to hit one of these. I'm gonna have
Yeah, and then
to.
and then uh my AirPod just told me it was on 20%. So yeah, it was definitely needed, you know what I'm saying? And like I was telling him, I before we did this, I knew this was going to be one of our impactful episodes.
Yeah.
So, we had a lot of viewers in tap in. We had a couple comments. So it's definitely a a new level that we reached for sure.
Oh yeah, for
And
sure.
we're going to keep tapping in new levels, keep bringing in different people with different perspectives and opinions, and
Yeah.
we're
And
not going we're
we
not
I
going
ain't
to
gonna
let
lie,
up.
we booked. We booked right now with special guests for like at least the next month. Like, bro, my inbox is going crazy right now. So if y'all see me kept looking over, it was because people was tapping in, like, hey, you want to come on the show, or you feel me? Oh, how can I get on the podcast? So I appreciate everybody that reached out, everybody that commented tonight. Like I said, it was a different type of show. Um, Man, listen, we had a busy week. I mean, I know you covered that movie premiere. Shout out to Money Miko, Oz.
Shout out to Money Miko, and let's put that out there. Shout out to Money Miko. Shout out to Oz. Shout out to everybody who was a part of the movie Mixmaster Ice, Bo
Yeah.
Tyson. I'm hope I'm not forgetting nobody. What's old girl name?
Oh, what is it? What is it? Danzia Giles? I
Yeah,
think
yeah,
that's her
yep,
name.
yep.
Ja, yeah.
Shout out to her. She did her thing. The
Yeah, she
movie
definitely
is
did her
called
thing.
Agler Road. I'm hoping, and I'm put it out there. You know, what I'm saying? It is. I put it out there to put it on Tubi, bruh. Put that mug on
Yeah.
Tubi. And I think my headphones just went dead too.
No, I think it was mine. I ain't gonna care. I think yeah. I think it was me.
Nah, I can hear myself through my phone. My stuff just went dead.
Hey y'all, so that just show y'all right there, man. We had a long episode. It was a good episode. Hey man, my boy just commented as y'all see it. We're gonna put that on the screen. Hey man, we appreciate having you, bruh. Like I said,
Nah, for real. We
Casey, we
appreciate you for
definitely
having us.
gonna have you back again, man.
We appreciate you for being on this podcast, man. We needed that. We needed another perspective. You know what I'm saying? And the fact that you, like I said, we all know that we are human. We're not taken away from nobody being no kind of color. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
the fact that you were allowing yourself to come on here and speak about what you're doing, also, and speak about your opinion, we definitely appreciate you, man. We definitely gonna have you back for sure.
Nah, for sure, man. Like I said, I'm not really about to get into no sports because my phone is on like
Oh no, we
5%.
got to close out. We got to close
Yeah, so
out.
we about to close out. I'm about to hit y'all with this music from Prince. You feel me? My dog Prince sent this little track in.
Shout
So
out to my dog.
yeah, I'm gonna definitely play, bro. But we had a good night. I appreciate everybody for tapping in, everybody that came in and chimed in and commented. Yeah, like I said, the views today was we had them. We had the
No, no, for
views.
real, we did,
We
we
had
did.
the conversation going. We had the people chiming in. So we appreciate everybody from you know um Casey's, his people chiming in, and as well as Shamor, your sister, as
Sharon,
everybody's platforms came together and we had some good conversation. We had a good night. I ain't gonna lie, y'all. I'm dropping some merch, y'all, here soon. So y'all know, ball young man, you feel me? We gonna have some merch coming. That's gonna be some Planet 96 merch. We working on some things.
yes
Um,
sir, and some Planet 96 merch is coming too.
yeah, for
You might,
sure.
you might, you might see something next weekend. You might see it. You know what I mean? A little glimpse of what we gonna have on, just to show y'all what we
Yeah,
got.
for sure, for sure. But other than that, y'all, I think we done for the night. Like I said, I'm gonna take us out with this music, and I hope everybody have a good night. Enjoy this episode. Replay it, share it, like, subscribe. Planet 96
Definitely
podcast.
share it. Definitely share it.
Yeah, yeah, definitely share it.
Put your
It's on
share it
Facebook.
with your own opinion. You know what I mean? Whatever
Yeah,
you want to
comment
do.
it. Comment back on YouTube, Twitch, all that. We can see the comments still. We can reply back. So even if the episode is off, we can go back and still keep the conversation going. So
Right,
y'all
exactly.
definitely chime in, man. We check these all the time. So yeah, chime in. If y'all also want to get on the show, inbox us. Your platform at Quincy Songs, my platform at Real DJ Eric the King, or just hit us up on Planet 96 Podcast on Instagram, as well as our Gmail at Planet 96 Podcast at gmail.com.
We
So
we
you
definitely
feel me?
gonna we definitely gonna hit you back. And I mean, if you have something meaningful or something that is you want to promote, you got a business, just let us know. We can be on here and talk about it. You can promote it and plug yourself for sure.
Yeah, nah, definitely plug. That's what we big on plugging around here. But
So we
other
about to
than
get
that,
into this
y'all have
Prince.
yeah, we about to get into this Prince, man. We
So y'all
about to
be
go
safe
ahead.
out there, man. And
Y'all
and
have a
all my
good
all
night.
my all my dudes out there, man. Just focus on y'all mental, bro. Focus on y'all mental and stop holding that stuff in, bro. It's okay. Let that. It's like he said. It's okay not to be okay.
Nah, facts. Y'all have a good night, man. It's Sunday, Planet 96. We out.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I ain't like this shit at all. was that? It's me. Oh, okay. Hey, man.
Say, man.
I tried to tell you.
Tried to tell you niggas.
Fuck it, though. Put your foot in their ass, nigga.
Hey, she said I hit it out the ballpark. Her nigga rim smaller than a golf cart. Bitch be ballin' like some all-stars. She know my slogan, no Versace at the Walmart. Ain't no Versace. Ain't no Versace. Ain't no Versace. No Versace at the Walmart. Ain't no Versace. Ain't no Versace. Ain't no Versace. No Versace at the Walmart. My nigga, it's a getting money competition. Yeah. And all my niggas in the winning. You see it's us versus them. We in the winning, bitch, and that's the difference. All of my niggas break shit down in the decimals. We keep it rolling if it's potent, yup, it's extra. My marijuana bag, all medical. 30 deep off in your building, trapping out your vestibule. Keep it extra cool. Hustling's all we ever do. We don't ever see y'all out. I don't think y'all ever move. What's happening? Yeah. Lil TJ back again. We keep it all in that big bag. No small joints, cause that's trafficking. Back on my YNT shit. Hams off in my two socks. Started smoking hydro. Ended up on moon rocks. Pieces of the plastic baggies. We ain't do the blue tops. Shorty wanna be a thug. I'm trapping, banging, Tupac. Hey, she said I hit it out the ballpark. Her nigga rim smaller than a golf cart. Bitch be ballin' like some all-stars. She know my slogan, no Versace at the Walmart. Ain't no Versace. Ain't no Versace. Ain't no Versace. No Versace at the Walmart. Ain't no Versace. Ain't no Versace. Ain't no Versace, no Versace at the Walmart. We got boom strips booming, 4 deep on the 4-way. My rascals up like alfalfa's head, so everything is okay. Yup, it's okay. Everything is uptake. Back with thickest buckwheat dreads, dollar for the 4 play. Okay, yup, you guessed it. Big money be my preference. Diamonds round me, keep them shining around me. Only bad bitches in my section. My big niggas bought out your big niggas. None of that shit was impressive. Dummy, yo, the shit full of soda and you still couldn't cut no extras. Your trap skills is in question. Hustling they where your head at. Out here finessing that bullshit. Couldn't even get your bread back. And you try to run off on the plug. Dead that. Told him the one with the vest loses. In the land of the head crack. Extra, extra, check the message.